being polite, saying good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Oops.
I was working on mics this morning.
Yeah, mine's.
And we're live.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I was working on mics this morning. I have what's called a gate on these microphones. So, like, Mike's gonna feel like I'm picking on him right from the get go. So like when somebody opens a can, that some of the background noise isn't so loud. So this morning, as I'm typing, I'm hearing me typing. I'm like, I know that's not my mic. So I have to start muting one mic at a time. And then I found it was yours. But the reason is, you don't know this, but I traded your mic over the weekend.
Okay.
But it's because I needed the particular mic you were on. I needed doing something live this last weekend. But
I just want to bring this up that I feel offended that you have to work and mute mics. Hey,
I can't help that your name falls under the same thing as a microphone.
No, that's not the way it is.
But you know, the two things I do know about it is whatever information you shove into it, you're going to get a bunch of information out of it. So,
okay, you talking about me or you talking about mics?
I'm talking about mics in general.
Yeah, apparently.
And if you go in it, it's going to go out of it.
Apparently 50 years ago, there wasn't a real lot of creativity as far as male child names.
Well, we're named after angels. You do know that, right?
Yeah. I'm the Archangel. Archangel Michael.
That's right.
Patron saint.
Because you know I'm Michael too, by the way. I didn't know if you ever really thought about it.
You know what, Scotty? I'm going to be honest with you. I think you just make up whatever name you need to.
Oh, my God.
To make it work for the conversation.
No, my name is Michael Scott.
You were Bartholomew last week. And I'm like, how'd you get Bartholomew? And you're like, well, he's one of the disciples of course. And then before that,
you were trying to call me those other names. And I think it was your split personality or something. You were having like some post-traumatic stress disorder. Like you were thinking we were in battle. You kept trying to push me down, and I was like, what are you doing? Get out! Get out!
2 weeks ago, he was Thomas because he wasn't agreeing with something. So I was like, wow, that's kind of doubtful. And he said, well, you do know that my name is Thomas. I'm doubtful Thomas.
No, don't even listen. But I do tell you this. I will tell you this because I don't know that you've heard this story. So my alter ego is Ted.
See?
No. The reason I say this is when I used to,
I'm trying. Like
when I used to work doing electrical work for this big company, we were always in these office buildings, and you would always be on like the 10th floor. There would always be that one guy. I need you to quit working over my cubicle. Well, I'm hired to come fix your lights that you've been complaining about not working for the past 6 months.
Can't you do it when I'm not here?
And that's what he would say. So he would go, I'm going to call your boss. What's your name? And I've got my name on my shirt. And I would look down and go, Ted. He goes, your name's Ted? I went, yes. Well, why does it say that? Because I borrowed his shirt. Okay, Ted, this is enough. I'm not putting up with this. So he would call. Eventually, my bosses started kind of putting together who Ted is. Yeah. But I would always say Ted. Every time I get in trouble, I'd say, Ted.
If we go to Taco Bell and they ask for a name for the receipt, my kids, everybody always says Bob. And then the next thing is we spell it backwards. And you watch the cashiers tilt that head 10 to 15 degrees, trying to figure that one out. That's what we do.
That's
good morning.
How we roll. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How's everybody? Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Starbucks.
Oh my gosh! I hear some Valley girls coming out.
Lady, stop.
Okay, tell me about Starbucks because I seen something on the news that had something involved with Starbucks.
Well, okay, so I didn't watch the Starbucks news. I just went to my local Conyers Starbucks. Yay! And I got my actually it's my Trenta mango black tea lemonade.
Why I gotta be black?
Because that's the name of it.
Okay, I'm just making sure. No, I just don't want to offend nobody.
He just beat me to it.
Mike was good. Yesterday, she said something. I said, why's it got to be white?
Yeah.
Can I finish my
yes,
Starbucks?
Please.
Here we go.
Okay, so
hey, they're not paid sponsors. I'm just messing with you. Keep going. Look at her face.
So you can only refer to them as bucks.
Okay, well, the Queen Cup. The Queen Cup.
Keep going.
She pulled the royalty card.
I see that.
I pulled the royalty card. But yeah, so they have this new tea, and this morning I had a lovely edamame hummus.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Oh, she's a hummus person.
I don't speak.
She
Israel.
tried to bring hummus to the house.
I did bring hummus to the house.
And I don't even
Look, to the house.
Crushed
oh my
up
god.
to the house.
I did bring hummus to the house.
Crushed up chickpea. They like that stuff over there in Israel.
Yes.
So they serve hummus there?
They serve hummus.
What exactly is hummus?
Hummus
Chickpea.
is ground up chickpeas. With a
But they
little bit
put,
of
like,
garlic.
garlic, yeah.
a little bit of
Ooh,
turmeric.
that's right. My wife tried to get me to eat that once.
It's really good stuff.
It reminds me of that paste you'd put between bricks on a hut if you're trying to make somewhere to live.
You know what I found
Isn't that
hummus
called
to
mortar?
Yes, exactly what it's called.
Drywall mud. We have garlic flavored drywall mud.
I'm out of spackle, but give me the hummus out in the fridge.
Not that cinnamon stuff either. Applesauce.
The dog kept licking the wall when you gave me the cinnamon stuff last time. I don't want it.
That's not what the dog was looking for.
I'll tell you what, it's funny though, is at all the years of doing construction, I was doing some handyman stuff for a real estate company that managed property for doctors and people that own these houses and rented them to the PO. And I got there one day to one of these houses, and where the doorknob had pushed in, I was like, oh God, I got to fix this hole. So I get to scraping on it, and I'm like, man, this spackle never really dried right. And I'm just sitting here shaking my head like, spackle would have turned hard by now and just broke apart because it doesn't really, it's not like sheetrock mud. It's similar, but not quite the same.
Right.
So as I'm scraping it, I start noticing, now, mind you, I'm in a stinky house. So I start smelling this smell, and I'm like, I'm thinking,
Ew.
it's kind of a minty smell. And I'm like, scraping again. And you're on your knees and think of the height of a doorknob. So I'm scraping the wall some more and pushing this stuff in the wall. And I'm like, where the hell is this minty thing coming from? And I just keep scraping. And then I notice in the white of the what I believe to be spackle, there's like a blue and green stripe.
All right.
And I'm like, what the hell was this? So I touch it with my finger and pull it to my nose to smell it, because even though we say that's stupid, we do it because we're
Oh,
humans. And I'm going,
Yeah, I don't do that.
I had a spling.
it's
That explains
Aquafresh.
Oh, bonus
Oh.
round.
They spackled a hole with toothpaste.
I love it.
Okay, now
I love it.
that is the ultimate life hack.
that is.
That's-
I'm
that's
like,
minty
you
fresh.
spackled a doorknob with I guess they just had a tube of toothpaste.
Mm.
And just,
Well, I told you that time my
but that would explain why the dog never left the door area.
my mother-in-law sent packages to me when I was in Afghanistan. And the deal was on our team, we made the deal was either you get your own package and it's yours, or we get packages and it's ours. Okay. Make sense? Well,
Maybe.
yeah. Well, if it's a personal item, everybody understood. Okay. Well, she makes the best chocolate chip cookies in the whole wide world. Well, you know how civilians always thought we needed toothpaste and, deodorant and shampoo, and we didn't need any of that crap over there. Right. So I get a big box, and it's got the tin with the cookies in it, and it's got all sorts of other stuff. It's got soap and like that. Well, I open up the box of cookies, and we all start pushing cookies in our face, man, just to get the most cookies, And about the third chew, you start going, a little minty flavored there. I don't know what the mint is. She had put 2 bars of Irish Spring soap in the
That is
package.
hilarious.
And, I imagine through pressurization, heat, cold,
Melt.
everything had traveled, all the way to us there. And all the other guys are going, and they're
And
knocking
you
off.
kept eating?
I just kept eating the cookies. Minty flavor.
Now I don't feel so bad for the next story. So Coleman, the camping Coleman.
Yes.
So Coleman comes out, they've always had the propane stove.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just pour liquid propane on. They decided to make one, and they said works with gas to make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool, man.
Oh boy.
So we pour gas in it, and we go camping. We get there to eat, and me and my buddies are sitting there going, what are we having for dinner? I'm like, I brought hamburger meat. So we go to make hamburgers. It never occurred to us that you don't cook a hamburger over an unleaded open flame.
Yummy.
You can boil water over an unleaded flame, but you probably shouldn't cook raw food over, and if we had put 10 foil down, it might have been better, but we
Yeah.
didn't. So the whole time we're trying to eat these burgers, and it's like, what the hell were we thinking? And my buddy's like, well, for every bite, you take a shot of this Jack Daniels, and it'll be okay. I'm like, I can't get past this unleaded taste in my mouth.
It's the same thing ginger does when you're eating it before sushi. It cleanses your palate.
I do.
Oh,
Right.
I love pickled ginger. Yum.
Yeah, it is. It's
Oh,
delicious.
that is delicious.
Love it. Yeah. And the pink, is obviously dyed for.
Well, that's for us.
Aesthetics. Yeah.
That's
But
more of the gringo palette.
Yeah. But the original stuff, and that goes into wasabi as well.
Yes.
With the horseradish. And if you get some without the dyes and all, I don't know, I think it tastes better myself.
It really does.
Yeah.
And the Beaufort Highway Flea Market, the Beaufort Highway Farmers Market has the best pickled ginger.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love culinary experience.
Hey, you know what? You just brought up something that I don't sleep. I think I told everybody that, but I think of stuff constantly. It's one of the things my brain won't shut off. Let's say you going over there to the Beaufort Highway Flea Market. Do you ever
Farmers Market?
Farmers Market. That's what I said, right?
Well, you
Crabs?
here's the problem: is anytime you say Beaufort Highway,
Yeah.
damn, your brain automatically says flea market.
Well, okay.
So-
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I worked over there for years, and look at me, Jesus. You're not gonna run up and surprise me, okay? I'm gonna turn
Unless
around.
it's with an order of macadamia nut hot
Yeah,
cookies.
Yeah, when I turn around, you're gonna go, uh-oh. Your size, demeanor, and everything else. Are you worried? Do you worry about your safety?
Honestly, I don't. I get hit on a lot over there, but I've been over there so much that even the guys are very respectful now.
How about that? Because another rape over MARTA station and all that other stuff.
Yes, I
And-
want to talk about that because I vaguely heard about it on the
Well,
news this morning.
I'm thinking, okay, you ever seen a dog clicker like they used in World War II for soldiers to talk, but it's also a training tool, and it just goes click click
Yes.
click click.
Mhm.
Okay, check this out. What if and most people call those fobs, and I don't know what fob stands for, but you can use them to get indoors and whatnot. But it's about that size. Let's say it's on a little key ring type thing, or a what's the thing that you hook up to go rappelling?
A carabiner?
Carabiner. That's it. Okay, so it's about that big. Carabiner. You hook it on your side. Now, here's the deal. It Bluetooths to your phone, but it does. There's no talking going on. It Bluetooths to 911. So if anybody is coming up on you, you don't have to try to dial no one. You go click, click.
Yep.
And it dials 911. And 911 may have to come up with a separate line or a separate.
It's kind of like the
Department.
I've fallen and I can't get up
Yeah,
button.
yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
But there's no talking. Or
I've got one of these. I've got one of these in my house
Uh-huh.
that I could literally wear around my neck because it was my
Yeah.
grandmother's. But the cool thing is if somebody came through the studio and I felt scared, I could push the button and boom.
Right. Or grab that shotgun.
Or-
but
Well, it is hands reach.
Mine's 2 feet away. So here's the thing, though. You wouldn't require any talking. Now it could talk back through your phone, I guess, and say state your emergency or something like that. But for the most part, no. It just activates an emergency beacon type thing.
It would be nice if they could. We should create one. Matter of fact,
Yeah, we have way too
but
much going
the
on.
thing is you would have to fix it so that you couldn't have a misdial.
Yeah, no. It would have like a little, like pepper spray. When pepper spray first came out, it was pretty much all pepper spray was considered to be the product Mace, MACE. Okay.
Mhm.
But Mace everybody said, oh, the Mace is a product line. And that's when they first came out, it was great, but everybody was putting in their pockets and purses and it was going on.
Well, with that being said, I'm gonna tell you a little something.
Then they,
So they come in I've got one upstairs that's about that big around.
yeah.
And the reason I have it is one of the ladies that works up at the Pampered Puppy
Uh-huh.
gave it to me because she says, my grandson, every time he comes in the house, he would pick up the bottle of Axe and go, shh, 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 shh.
Yeah.
She said he comes in and picks up this.
Yeah.
And she hands it to me and says, because I can't have it in the house anymore.
Yeah.
Says that he comes in, he's 9, 10, goes, shh, sets it down, and it's all pepper spray. And within seconds, he's screaming.
Well, you know how you stop that?
Don't have it in your house.
No, you tell them it's breath mints. You ain't gonna do that but once.
Well, that's all he did was once. Set his skin on fire.
Now they have trigger locks basically on them. So yeah, you could make it so you got to kind of unlock it to trigger it, or you could say, hey, if you set it off and it's not really an emergency and we come running in, you're in. You got to pay the fine.
Like the alarm company, like my alarm company does.
Absolutely. It's like $25, $20 or whatever. You know that DeKalb County has the most unwarranted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 200,000 alarm calls that were just the weather.
Every time my alarm's gone off, there's been somebody in my house about to crap themselves. Because, I didn't know the alarm was on, and they're freaking out because they know the cops haul ace to this house.
They just looking for a reason here.
They just looking for a reason to come to my house, especially here lately. But no, really, they just kind of know that this is a semi-hot spot for retards. Reject, should I call it?
Oh my God. The retards are
well, no, but they just know by now I'm out here yelling at the speeders and I'm out here telling people slow down. So they're like, yep, he's got another one. I mean, look, we had gunshots go off down the road, and one of the cops, it literally before the cops, as soon as you hear the sirens cut on wherever they are in town, a phone call comes to my wife and says, yeah, we just got gunshots. Please tell me Scotty didn't get tired of taking somebody's crap. And she was like, what? We got a call for multiple gunshots on Underwood. And is your house okay? Yes. Why do you say that? Well, we just didn't know if Scott and that assault rifle.
Well, the joke
they hear multiple shots. They're like, Scott's tagged one.
That used to be the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office joke with the Stabiles, Mike and Ginger Stabile that own and run the Aikido school here in town. Because I mean, combined, I believe one's a 3rd degree, one's 4th degree, or vice versa. And she also works for Newton County Police Department.
Okay.
So when they're having a domestic argument and the call comes over, everybody's like, nah, I ain't going.
I'm not going.
I'm not going. You go. No, I ain't going. You go. Come on. Somebody's got to go. We'll go later.
You get a call to a niece's house. It's like, don't forget the crackers. She has hummus.
Look, while you're joking about my hummus, remember when we had that snowstorm years ago and everybody got iced in and everything?
Oh, I was on the road.
Yeah, so the Rockdale County, they had the deputies working like these crazy shifts because nobody could leave.
Right.
And I ended up feeding half of the shift one time. And it was kind of cool, but we didn't have hummus. I actually cooked a turkey loaf. I caved in from the tofu loaf and I cooked a turkey loaf.
Real food?
Yeah, I did a turkey loaf and I did a black-eyed pea salad.
A turkey loaf. That just sounds funny.
Yeah, turkey loaf's
what the hell is your turkey loaf?
Yeah.
Turkey meat like a meatloaf?
Yeah, like a meatloaf, but you make it with turkey.
Do you like...
So it's still meat.
Do you puree?
Well, you get ground turkey. And
God.
Comes out of a blender like a chicken nugget.
You're a ground turkey eater?
Well, actually, we are a tofu eater.
Oh, my God.
Tofu and hummus. We're vegetarians.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
But so you can eat turkey?
Well, only when other people are there, because we're not going to force our vegetarian lifestyle on those who want to dine with us.
God, she is so politically correct. I swear I just
What are we going to do with her?
I threw up in my mouth.
You threw up in your mouth. Just swallow, baby. Just swallow. It gets easier.
Like I've never
He's
heard
been
that
told that
before.
in jail multiple times.
I got a shirt that...
He was told that multiple times within the same 30 minutes.
Now serving number 98.
I'm hearing it now. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Okay, never mind.
I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Save that for the next show. Oh my God! So what do we got going on this morning? So we were talking about that clicker. So what happened to the girl on the MARTA?
Well, I mean, here
just a basic version without getting too graphic.
I know. Well, I mean, it was a rape, basically. On the platform.
So okay.
Here's the thing: is they've. I hate when police do this. I really do. Is they put up stuff? Hey, we need your help, and it's some blurry picture
Yeah, and
that
you
just
can't.
tells everybody your cameras suck.
Right.
You know?
But you know what that does? Unfortunately, it's kind of like my street. Come to Underwood where you can speed and get away with it. Unfortunately, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Shut up, Mike.
Hey, good morning. Oh, they just called
Okay.
and hang up.
So the blurry image says, "Come to our place where you can get away with stuff."
I hate when they do that. And then it's like, we really don't have any clue who did this.
I'd rather you lie and say we're pretty positive we know who the suspect is.
Oh, I'd say we're on top of it. We're going to your house later today.
We have fingerprints.
Yeah. I'd lie my butt off. I guess that's why I'm not an elected official. I'd play different. If I was an elected official, every known drug dealer in my community would get a birthday card, a picture of the canine officer going, thinking of you during your birthday. Christmas cards, everything. Oh, yeah. I'm serious. I'd make them nuts. They would move just because of me harassing them. Doesn't that make sense?
Well, and look, here's what's funny is they try to use, okay, let me look at it in two different directions. You have the word loitering. So how are you hanging out anywhere, the park or anything? Well, maybe the park's a little different. How are you hanging out somewhere on the corner trying to sell a little bit and it not be considered loitering? But then at the same time, the drug dealers are the people going, you're harassing me, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're harassing me. Well, the only people that scream and you're harassing me are the people trying to sling some rock.
Yeah.
Normal people, you're not harassing me because I ain't done nothing. You're not harassing me. If you're driving behind me, running my tag, what do you're not harassing me. I haven't done anything. And if you pull me over, I don't know what you think you're going to get on me. But the only people that are freaking out are the people that are riding around going, oh my God, cops.
Hey, I haven't been pulled over in a while, but working here, I should be anytime now.
Yeah, I would say, used to, I'd say put a just for fun sticker on, you wouldn't get pulled over. Now everybody's like, put a just fun sticker on your Target and rock.
There he goes. No, but I mean, a couple years back, I was pulled over because my tag was expired. Okay. And I had a Maxima and it was a lease. And I literally, I swear, as God is my witness, I was bringing it to turn it in. So I'm not going to buy a new tag for it. Right. Conyers, which I know everybody, and they didn't know it was me. They pulled me over and got out and we were laughing and all. And he goes, look, it's on video and all that other stuff. And I have to do so many car searches. Do you mind if I search your car? And I looked at him and went, no, dude, go ahead. I mean, just that fast.
That's right.
Because I don't have anything to hide. I mean, I've always had a gun permit. I told him, I said, there's firearm in the front. He's like, thank you. Can you open up the trunk? I opened up the trunk. He looked through all my crap, looked through the seats and all that other stuff.
Oh my God, why have you not thrown these underwear away?
How do you get them to stick like that? So
why is that stuck to the lid of the trunk?
Okay, so you take that. Now,
Velcro.
Look, I understand my First Amendment rights probably better than anybody. I understand, the Declaration of Independence better than most, I would say. Look, if a police officer, I know a ton of police officers. They don't have time to just go, hey, let's go screw around and pick on some guys. I mean, there's something there. 99% of the time, I'm sure there's bad cops out there, but 99% of the times, if they roll up on you and there's freaking cocaine everywhere, it looks like somebody had baby powder in there. There's a CD case that's all scratched up, and it's got this hinge to it, If the
Is that hummus on that?
Yeah. Come on, guys.
You look a little healthy. You look a little thin because he's been smoking rock.
Why? Our country is falling prey to some pretty ridiculous stuff, which is going to drive. It's just like anything else, it's just like anything else. We'll find a way. Clark Howard on the radio today talking about, if you've had one DUI, you should have that thing in your car where you have to do a breathalyzer. Yes. You know what I called in and said? Clark, as soon as they put that in their car, you know what you do? You get your buddy to blow in that thing.
Yes.
To start the car. And they're like,
that works because we know other people that's done that.
Exactly.
I knew a gentleman that pulled in my driveway that had one of those, and somebody else had to blow in it for the person to leave.
So you see what I'm saying? We always find a way. It's kind of like Jurassic Park. Evolution will always find a way.
Well, it's like, for instance, just because we do so random on stuff.
Us?
You
No
know
way.
the GPS on the AT&T trucks monitor everywhere they go.
All right.
Do you know if they just put it in park and leave it in drive, the GPS doesn't show that it's sitting still?
Wait, how do you put
I
it
was
in
about to-
park and leave it in drive?
I mean, put the emergency brake on and leave it in drive. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And I meant to say instead of putting it in park, they just leave it in drive on idle and slam the emergency brake down and chalk the front and back wheel, and the GPS doesn't show that it's in stopped position.
I mean, just so you know, when you said that, and I kind of looked at her and I started looking around, I checked my Bitcoin account.
So this is how some of these cats are getting away with sitting at Hooters,
Yeah.
because they leave it running,
Always
they
Find it.
chalk the wheels, leave it in drive, and they go in.
You know why?
And the
Because-
GPS doesn't pop a red flag and send anything back to them telling them that they're at a stopped location. Of course, it would seem awfully odd if somebody ran the GPS and goes, "You sure we're sitting at idle for blah, 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 blah," while I was doing paperwork. I mean, it's just,
Always gonna
there's
find a way.
always going to be a
There's
way.
Always
there's
gonna be a
always
way. So what we've got to get back to, the whole purpose of this conversation really is with the clicker.
To
all
entertain
these
people.
things. Yeah, is to get people back thinking, thinking about when it used to be fun to go to the Beaufort Highway flea market and not have to worry about my safety.
The farmer's market. We
Oh,
went to the
God,
farmer's
dude.
market, honey.
But half the problem, and I'm not trying to blame anybody for getting raped, but half the problem is people that are just walking and looking down at their phone, and they're not paying
It's the
attention.
women's fault?
No, no.
Really?
But look, I got video of a bunch of stuff that has happened in the Walmart parking lots. And it's so funny how many people are walking and looking down at their phone,
Walking distracted.
and there'll be somebody, in reverse and almost hit the person because the person's not paying attention and the guy in the car is not paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem, is half the people. I tell ladies all the time, when you're walking and you're playing on your phone and you're walking
You're a
through
target.
Walmart, A, you're a target, but B, you're looking at your hands. You're not even looking where you're walking. Somebody could walk out between those two cars and snatch you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you would do at that point
Yeah.
because you're not prepared. You have to have, it's people's fault. It's not a
I
boy.
agree.
It's not a girl. It's
Yeah.
people. People are too distracted by
Uh,
stuff.
A friend of mine, Wanda, and her wife, Rosalind. Okay. Rosalind she's a pretty good sized girl. Wanda, I swear, comes up to my sternum and probably weighs as much as this can. Has a tight haircut so you can see the beats. They're just because people that have a lot of hair, sometimes you go, "Oh God, you got headphones on."
Right.
Not Wanda. You can see them, and
Right.
she's got it synced up to her phone. And this is what she used to ride the bus when she came to work for me. And every time I drive by, I would literally pull up to give her a ride sometimes, and it would take her 2-3 minutes because she's doing.
She's looking down and distracted.
Since she moved from New York, she got robbed, armed robbery twice in Atlanta. Okay, Rosalind does makeup for photo shoots.
Mhm.
So Wanda got robbed twice, and then in our store, a guy said, "Hey, let me put on that let me check out that necklace, a big old 14 karat gold necklace." As soon as he put it on, he walked right out of the door with it.
But I can't say that I can because I want to try to be PC about it. But really, I'm not going to try to be that much PC about it. Some of these cases, you can say it's your fault you were a target. I'm not going to say it's your fault you got raped, but it's your fault you were a target. Would you go roll around with the smell of meat on you and then go walk through the woods hoping a bear don't get you?
Oh my God.
Just Fun Radio.
What an analogy.
Good morning, Just for Funners.
Hang on just 1 second. But unfortunately, the world we live in, so you dress up, you got your little club outfit on, you're all hoochied up, and you're walking through a parking lot, and it's a dark parking lot, and you're looking at your phone. You might as well be a baby lamb and just waiting on the tiger.
I have an issue with that as a woman, though. I'm going to take issue with you, and then we're going to get to our caller. But here's why I have the issue. Because, we tell our women, don't be distracted, pay attention, look at your surroundings. Okay, yeah, I get that. How about we tell our men, don't rape?
Well, I'm not saying that they should. What I'm saying is we already know it's going to happen.
Yeah, but that's where
That's why the women need gun training. They need to make sure they know how to take care of themselves. I mean,
let's get to our caller.
in a great, pretty world, we could all walk behind the pretty birds and rainbows. But that's not the world we live in.
Okay, get to our caller.
It's a good thing you got glasses on because you're probably cutting me the evil eye. What's happening, Mr. Matthias?
Not too much. I just wanted to call and disagree with you.
Well, that's okay. You have that option.
I love this caller already. I love
You're talking about being distracted and walk around, look on your phone and get smashed up. Before I met Bree, I tried that for years and never had a female snatch me up. I tried
Oh my God!
That's true. I knew where it was going. As soon as he said get picked up, I said, okay, this is going to have something to do with it. Yeah.
I agree with Denise. Women shouldn't have to worry about what they wear, but they definitely do in some circumstances put themselves in that situation because you do have idiot men out there.
Yeah, I mean, let's just break the little eggshell. I understand we shouldn't, but reality is, in the real world, this is where we live.
I live in the real world.
This is where we're at.
Even though I live in Alice in Wonderland, but I live.
But that's the problem is you take a girl that's all hoochied up and you walk her through a club. You got bouncers. You want to believe that half the men are actually real men and not rapists. So in the club, you visualize she's safe. But what about the 3 stalkers that she turned down in the bar that are just waiting in the parking lot, waiting to see that red miniskirt step off that curb? And that's the reality of the world we live in.
I agree.
I mean,
yeah,
it just is what it is.
I'm going to throw out there that,
it's the same thing for child molesters and, it just sucks. It just sucks. That's where we live.
And you know what? Anise brought up education. That's in reality, that's what you're talking about. Men should be taught not to rape women.
But some of them, it's not necessarily a taught as much as a mental problem.
It's a culture, though. It's a culture with our men. It's a culture with our boys. Men are always taught that you can't show feelings. If you show feelings, you're weak. If you have emotions, you're weak.
I know.
And I think the sexiest thing for a woman to see is that the man has some emotions.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about this on Ladies Talk.
That's right.
You play for the other team.
Well, I do. I played for the home team for about long enough to get some sperm.
I got what I want and I'm out of here.
I tried to get it in a Dixie cup. It just didn't work out that way for me.
Wow.
Yeah, she got confused with the wax at the bottom of the cup.
Yeah, I wish. But really, honestly, and in all truthfulness, I never will forget when our youngest daughter passed away. And, I'm sitting here holding my child and my husband is not crying.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, we just lost our child. Can you please show some emotion?
Right.
Can you shed a tear? Can you hold me and tell me I'm sorry?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. It's tough for guys. It really is. And you know what? The world today is killing our young males.
Yeah.
It's killing them because there is no positive reinforcement going on. The world emasculates men.
Well, it's a whole lot of everything. I mean, we can't blame Facebook for everything, but there's so many things that's being made out to be so glamorous. Like this morning, I see a post and it says this hero rips off the ignorant racist Confederate flag. And you watch the video and it's some people in like rush hour traffic where the vehicles are maybe moving 3 or 4 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And this black kid gets out of the passenger side. The driver's videoing. The kid runs up to the back of an 18-wheeler and rips off like an 18 by 18-inch Confederate flag off the back of this 18-wheeler. And you're calling that a hero. That's technically a destruction of property. Yeah. I mean, you just committed a crime and you're calling the guy a hero. But all these people are clicking on the video. Oh, that's the right thing to do. Yep. You're telling these youth to go commit a crime that's the right thing to do instead of respect boundaries.
Yeah, right. It's true. And I, I have 2 boys and I believe they're to be, proper young gentlemen. And then I have my grandson who's 11. So I can
You got to stay on it. No, you keep going to the side.
Do I keep going to the side?
When you're talking.
Because this one's really pops.
Yeah.
My grandson, 11, went through the divorce, watched mommy and daddy break up, bounced around, grandma and grandpa had him for a little while. Then mom apparently is a crackhead and she was bouncing around and her new boyfriend beat her. And, so he had
his name's Beater.
Yeah. So he had a lot of issues. Okay. That young man, when I first met him, was basically a train wreck. I mean, he really was.
He was angry.
Absolutely. It still is. This is years later now, and he's in a very stable home with two very, loving parents that are on everything. He's going to be
he's got residual. I mean, and that is to be understood in a situation like that.
Here's what the residual part. It's that's because this is what men do. We file it back in the back of the file.
Yeah, we'll deal with it one day.
We'll deal with it
in about 8 years.
And unfortunately,
no, but you know what? Yeah. Unfortunately, when it's going to come out is when he's sitting there in a hospital room with his wife, and she really needs him.
Well, I was thinking more. He's liquored up, and he's sitting over at a friend's house, and some girl is kind of being. I'm not going to say the dress thing because I just disagree that a woman can dress a way that. I'm
sorry. I worked in some clubs, Bubba, and I call it hoochied up.
Yeah, 6 years at a strip club, man. I was the manager. So
yeah, but yours were just getting naked. I'm talking just okay. Listen, you had guys coming in dressed one way and girls that were dressed one way because they were working and they were supposed to be dressed or undressed. In my case, I was in a bar and I was just watching the girls come in like a piece of steak. They were just trying to get attention.
I just can't imagine that penetration is allowed or authorized because she's wearing short.
Nobody says it's allowed. Nobody says it's allowed. I'm just saying I've seen them girls come up in there and the fusions all hoochied up.
Oh yeah,
trying to get
absolutely
and sex in a parking lot.
And you have to ask yourself, and that's one of the reasons why I left working in that industry is because I could no longer answer that question. Is why do you do this? You know how many girls were just dumber than a rock and they just needed $200-300 a week and somebody to buy them drinks and food every night that they worked. The nights that they didn't work, they didn't eat or drink, or they went out and got drinks. But I mean, in Atlanta, a woman can get dressed up and go to numerous clubs and never spend a penny, not a cover charge, not a drink, because that's the thing. Okay, so you've got women that are doing that, but then I knew women that were freaking brilliant, but due to economic or, like Howard Stern says, there's always somebody that touched her inappropriately, to do that type of work. And I'm going to go ahead and agree because it's twisted. But not to get away from the fun part of it is that, I don't want women. I mean, I enjoy women that dress, seductively in the right form.
In the right form. In the right form.
To me, there's nothing more beautiful than a woman in, a red flannel shirt and a pair of cut off blue jeans.
I've tried to say that to a cousin of mine. She had a Jeep. And she would show up to some of these, and she had short hair, and she would show up to some of these family events, like running late. And she's like, and she loved always having her makeup on. She's like, oh my God, I feel so bad I didn't have my makeup on. And I kept saying, Angie, I need to just go ahead and explain to you that 90% of the guys are going to like you better looking like this. With your blue jeans on, your flannel shirt, your hair pulled in a little ponytail in the back of your hat.
Oh man.
I said, let me tell you, when a girl comes riding up in a big 4-wheel drive Jeep with flannel shirt, tight jeans, boots, and no makeup,
that's it.
We actually like that better than you with your 10 pounds of makeup on.
Yeah, that's sexy. That's hot.
It is.
10 pounds of makeup and 5 pounds of clothes.
I actually know girls that won't talk to me on the phone until they put their makeup on.
Yes. I know a girl, she divorced one of my buddies, that one of their biggest problems was the makeup. They actually had fights due to this because she would say, well, we need to run to Walmart. 9 a.m. We need to run to Walmart. 12, she's finally got her makeup on to leave the house. He's like, we're running to Walmart. Why do you have to get? She dressed like going to a wedding to go to Walmart, and every time they went to go do dinner, it was the same scenario. And I guess they just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. So I finally got a divorce because he said, "You drive me nuts. You're the one that wants to go do all these things, and you won't even leave the house." But you know what that all really goes back to is an insecurity that's somewhere down deep that she has hidden.
That's what I was just
I tell you, I've been on a date and a woman say, "Hey, we need to stop by CVS," and I'm thinking, "Well, I got condoms," all that other stuff. I did not realize the beauty supplies that are in CVS and Walgreens.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She went in there and bought foundation.
Yep.
She put this. I said, "Did you just go in a drugstore and get makeup while we're going to go out and it's just us?" Absolutely. I can't go to an Italian restaurant without having some color. I mean, I got to be, Oh boy,
that's funny.
Stop it.
Yeah, see, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah, you told me to remind you, so just.
All right, man. I hate to do it, but we got to go. We got to get off to a commercial.
He's.
I got you. I got to get to work.
I got to start doing the timer.
I'm about to say he's supposed to do a 20-minute timer, but we
we'll
get going.
Thank you, Jeff.
I tell you what,
welcome.
I'm excited about your show. I'm going to be calling
in
all the time.
Shout out to all of the people who have clicked like and are really supporting.
250, almost 300 people
almost
in one
300
night.
people. Do I finally have soap in the bathroom? Because I got to go pee.
There's a bar of soap in the sink. It's Dial soap.
It's a bar. I want the liquid.
That's Dial soap.
You don't use other people's bar soap, Scotty.
It's not a bar.
It is.
It's a studio.
Thank you, Jeff. It's unsanitary.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't wait for your
anyways.
show. I can't wait for your show.
Have a great day.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
She's gonna be
Bye,
like,
guys. Shut up, Mike.
yeah, all right, man. She's gonna be like, military, don't stop calling the show. You could just come and be on it. No. I'm like, hey, I got a question.
He's going to be writing all this down. He's going to be like, Anise, is this multiple choice? Because you asked, what would I do? And I got like 4 answers, and I don't know which one's the correct answer.
It's going to be cool, right?
Yeah.
I know you said it's a safe zone.
It's a safe zone, but it's going
cool
to be
for
really
guys, right?
cool.
Now, what did you end up giving yourself a name by?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my name. Wait, we got to go to commercial. We got to
Okay,
pay some
when we
bills.
come back, we'll talk about
let's
this.
pay some bills.
This is going to be fun.
This is funny.
Fun.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Fun.
It's and listen with this. Well, look, I just got to make a joke at this point because I just asked her what her name was. So this will be the song I'm going to play. We'll be right back.
I thought maybe he forgot your name.
No, what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dang, it's hot down here, brother.
I know. I've got the air on.
Oh, my.
I was thinking I was grabbing the other song. The one that says, please stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned your gate down because I could hear everything with me typing this morning.
Mhm.
So in other words, you'll have to be up on it for it to be perfect.
That's
But
cool.
if not, we'll get a lot of background noise. And look, I've got this cord rigged to do our phone return.
Uh-huh.
But then I was sitting there thinking,
Did you splice it?
I can't get our phone in, so I got to go buy some more cable today.
Did you splice it?
No, look, I was
about to say you bought an adapter.
No, watch this. This shows how slack I am. So because I needed,
You got to go from that.
Look,
to
look,
a
I
three-prong,
need-
right?
I need this end to look like
Yeah, go 3-prong.
to this. So I got to cut that and swap it. But when I got there to buy this, I went, wait a minute. I got a splitter.
Can I just?
Can't I just? So what I'm going to do is because they don't mount. They don't make that.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is just plug this one in here, take the other one and plug it in here. But the brilliant is by leaving it as a splitter. Remember, I had talked about running one board for the radio station and one board for the video.
Right.
So if I do, that allows this to go right in the place of that one to feed the video.
Split. Yeah. I think you should leave them separate too.
I am because
I know it's more work.
But the thing too is we can control the output on video better, the sound. And then what I'll do is take that board out and put a really tiny board in, because then what we're going to be doing is coming out of this with all our speakers, all our voices going into the small board, and then the phone going into the small board and feeding into that. So I'll get it figured out. It's just a matter of getting it figured out.
Okay.
Did you get a page made for Guns and Gadgets?
Yeah. It's already in there.
I didn't see it. I couldn't find it. I tried searching Guns and Gadgets.
Guns and Gadgets. I didn't archive it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you guys can still, you should be able to do it. But now here's the thing is I did it from my tablet. So sometimes things work from the tablet on Facebook.
And sometimes they don't.
See, yesterday it worked when I did yours. But then he called me and said, I'm trying to access something. And then someone else, I sent a resume for a friend of mine.
Oh, is it Just for Fun Radio? Because people are asking me, how do they listen?
Yes, Just for Fun Radio.
I've got
they can get free apps.
Yeah. Here, I'll post it. It's it's the miniature
you post it
apps,
under
the
can you
miniature
post it under
URLs.
that comment that just came in?
I have some that are scheduled, so I don't.
Oh.
No, I think he just did. No, it's still sitting right there.
That's what it looks like. Look for it under that name, but that's what it looks like.
Let me shoot you an ad quote or
they can listen from the .com. They can watch it from YouTube. Or download the app.
Sitting up on the line. I don't be cruel. Whoa, to the heart, that's true. Come on, man. Teacher asked me to turn in my essay.
So, how do I find it? Guns and Gadgets?
There,
I see it.
Woo! Dun, dun, dun.
And we're back.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're back.
All right, let's see. And he was trying to find the URL for our app.
Oh, I already got it.
I know. I was going to shoot it to you so it'd be on your personal page and you can share it with all your friends.
You're so awesome. You're so good to me, Mike.
Well, you know.
Better watch out. He might try to turn you straight.
It's a.
Never mind. He's what drives most women lesbian.
I was about to say. But if we did hook up, then babies would look like Halle Berry.
Yeah, but you know, if you could have hooked up with me like 17 years ago, my life would be so much easier right now.
Mine too.
Just saying.
Mine too.
Y'all are like sick and twisted. Y'all need to get a room.
We got one. It's called the Just for Fun Studio.
I feel, it's kind of like getting to be close to like when Mr. Rogers would, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I like that. But y'all see that, don't you? Ladies talk, man. That worked out good. The way I got the letters all slanted and stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. It looks good. Make sure if you're listening, you go check out the new page called Ladies Talk.
Ladies Talk.
And shout out to all the new listeners for supporting me, and to all of those who have supported me all along on Back to Us Radio. And we're still on Back to Us Radio, but this is like kind of two superheroes joining forces to battle the darkness of
Yeah, you started
Of
out
what?
good. Started out good.
She didn't have that one flowing.
I didn't
Man,
have
I'm
that
over
one
here
flowing. Yeah,
posing
you
like
were.
Thor
Mike was
and-
posing and everything.
and
Yeah, but no,
bang.
seriously, we're joining forces to empower and educate and enlighten our community.
I'll be bugging the crap out of you. I'm gonna be calling up with, hey, why do women do this? Why do women do that? And you know what? I'm big on this stuff. I am.
And we need, you know what, we need that though. We need to break down the barriers and have true communication.
Mhm.
Like you know,
As you're stuttering.
as I'm stuttering because I'm dealing with a baby daddy issue right now.
Are you?
Oh, you gotta love that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And you know, when I used to date single women,
Oh, good thing you weren't dating married.
I used to date
I
married women.
would date married women that would be like in the middle of a divorce. But let me tell you what sucks is as a single guy, we would meet a girl, and as soon as we found out how many baby daddies there was, that would be like the red flag to run. Like I met a girl, and he's like, "Yeah, and I have 4 kids," and no. I'm already going ding.
Really?
Flag on play. I'm visualizing the football game, the yellow flag.
Well, see, when I was
Wait, it gets worse. So then as she starts talking even more, because you gotta remember I'm DJing in a club. So it's either a Friday or a Saturday night. So you're at nighttime with drunk mama bragging about her kids. But then and I got to be up super early in the morning because I got to get one to soccer and his daddy's supposed to meet us there. And, you know, I got to deal with that. And then then my other kid, I have to take to Chuck E. Cheese and his dad's going to meet there. And, you know, then the other one's got swim and its daddy's going to meet. And I'm like, ding, flag on play. So you just named off 3 kids
and 3 different daddies.
with 3 different daddies. Yeah. And you have 4 kids. Yeah.
So that means one of the daddies
So
got 2 kids.
where's the 4th kid's daddy? Oh, well, he's number 1's. So you went back for more. Well, yeah, we tried to get it in. Oh, my God. What? So I'll be right there. Somebody yelling my name. I got to go.
What I was actually saying is, could you close that door?
It just echoes a
It
little
echoes,
bit
it
with our
echoes.
I
voices.
thought I
Yeah.
did close the door. I
Well,
thought you were doing the flag on play.
No, but it is a
that
flag on
was-
play.
That was fun.
But yeah, I met a few like that. Now, here's one of the funniest because you know we were talking and due to the world you're from and the world I'm from,
Mhm.
you know, she made the comment that women dressing blah blah blah. But here's what I'm getting at is a lot of these women would come into the bar seeking crazy attention. The problem is they might be asking for 2 scoops of raisins and get 16 scoops of crazy. But not like I remember one time walking into the DJ booth at Southside Steve's, and the way the DJ booth worked is you couldn't get into the booth from the dance floor. You would have to go through this one door that takes you to the liquor closet, and then you sneak in the back of the DJ booth. But it kept us away from people. It kept people away from us, really.
Yeah.
So one day, Southside's on the stage. The DJ that was working that Saturday night's on the stage. I was running stuff in the booth. I had to walk out with the clipboard and go down there, get everybody that was judging this bikini contest as impo to come back. Needless to say, as I'm walking really fast through the crowd, there's this girl, and she was a plus size model, and she just gets all cockeyed up in the door and says, "Hey." And I'm like, and I'm in a hurry. I'm like, "Hey." She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to get in here. I've got to get in here. Like, they're waiting on me." She goes, and she gives me some funky name. She says, "I'm so-and-so from Plenty of Fish." And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Not Plenty of Fish.
She says,
POF.
"Well, you and I've chatted a lot." And I went, "Okay, but I'm working. I got to go."
Doesn't
And
matter.
she's like, "I got somebody to watch the kids, and my husband's out of town working. I'm gonna put it on you in that parking lot tonight." And I was like, I really need to get in that door. And not only is my brain running 100 miles an hour because I'm working, I now have my husband's out of town. You and I have been talking on Plenty of Fish, which means if your husband's out of town and you've been on Plenty of Fish, something ain't right. Number 3, you don't look like the person I've been talking to on Plenty of Fish. And oh yeah, somebody's watching your kids and you think you're going to put it on me in the parking lot tonight.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to give the eye to one of the security guys who had to come and move her because she wouldn't get out of the door. So that there lies some of the problems too with some of these ladies. Some of these ladies will, for instance, working at Fusions one night back before me and Crystal got together, I had this woman stand up on this little step thing, lean in, and she's like, "You sure are cute," and blah, 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 blah. My husband gave me a free pass tonight. I'm out with the girls. And they would be super flirtatious. And we would flirt back because that's part of being the
Part
DJ.
of being the DJ.
Because you're just helping her have fun. But the problem is if she tries to cross a line too far, now she's done something wrong. But the problem too is I understand this. I understand she's just flirting. I understand it. I'm working. I'm sober. But the 2 or 3 drunk guys next to their table doesn't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're flirting and pushing their boobs up in everybody's face and taking all the pictures, the 3 horn dogs next to them that are drunk, that's all they see is these drunk ladies.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was just kind of making that point.
Well, here, I'll ask you a quick question. It's really
you guys asked me a question.
Yeah. All right. So the lady leans over and she says, "Hey, you're kind of cute. I like the way you look, boy." Does that give her the authorization or the okay to strip you down and have sex with you?
No.
Sure will.
Oh God, no.
But what if you're wearing a nice shirt?
Nobody's saying that though.
Thank you, Mike.
That's the problem.
Thank you.
But
they do say that.
But this is the problem.
Thank you.
As you were not listening when I'm painting the image.
No.
When these 3 drunk girls are all flashing their boobs and showing their underwear and acting crazy, the drunk guys next to the table, they're watching it.
Oh yeah.
And they're drunk. They're not processing it the same way. They've not talked to the girls to hear them say, "We're just having a ladies' night out.
Yeah.
You know, our husbands are hunting." Them guys don't care. Them guys just see them as getting naked on a dance floor.
They are men that especially are deprived in certain things. As when they get drunk, obviously it makes that come out more, and they become predatory animals.
Well, do you know why I started carrying a gun? I went through years of not carrying a gun because I needed to go through some anger management stuff. I was at Hamilton Mill. If anybody knows where 124 and Hamilton Mill is.
Yeah.
I had about 6 Gwinnett County cops show up because I had a SIG 45 and I was standing in front of the Quick Trip fixing to shoot a guy over road rage. Guy tried to run into me, tried to push me down in a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped out. He jumped out. He reaches for a crowbar. I reach back in there and grab the gun. So I'm now standing in front of the Quick Trip with a SIG 45, and this dude's going, "I'm calling the cops." I said, "Don't worry. I already have them on Bluetooth, Bubba." So needless to say, it was a little bit of anger issue. I quit carrying a gun. But then working at Fusions, I worked there for about a year straight. DJing and working it and doing everything. And one night, this dude comes up. He'd asked for a song. The problem is between 9 and 10, we can play country rock. You know, I can play some rock. But when you start getting into that 10, 11, people want the booty shake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By midnight, it's straight up butt shaking music only. And then at 2:00 in the morning, it's time to kill it. So at 1:30, I have this old guy come up. "Hey, man, I need you to play me this song right here." He said, "You see that girl right there? I'm fixing it. You're lucky with that girl right there." And I'm like, I just learned to say, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping in 5 minutes, he's going to forget he talked to me. So at the last 5 minutes of the evening, I've got 30 people out there dancing. And this guy comes up, "Man, you going to play my song?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." Into the night comes, 2:00. I start playing "It's Closing Time." And then I start turning lights on.
Yep.
And then for the people that won't get out, I play this other one by Shana Na. "Good night, sweetheart. No, the time has come. Bo, 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 bo." And that usually kills the mood. And then if I can't get you out, I play Boy George, "Do You Really Wanna Hurt Me?" And that usually makes people run out the door because they're sick, because I got it cranking because I know it's pissing them off. So this guy comes up, lights all on, everything. He throws his hand up in my face, says, "Man, I'm going to whoop your ass." I was going to get laid tonight. And you ruined it for me.
ruined
And I went, dude, if that song, because the show's over for me. Mr. Funny is no more. The show's over. Go home. And I'm like, dude, if that song was going to make or break your night, you were in sad shape. And I'm laughing, and I turned to walk off in the booth, you know. He's still down there yelling. Security walks him outside. Man, I'll wait for you outside. And no joke, the idiot was outside waiting on me.
Yeah.
So
they got nothing better to do in their
that's right.
lives.
So me and one of the security guys, as I was going outside, he just happened to be closing the door behind me, saw the guy, saw me just about whoop this guy's butt. And then it kind of got to that point of, if this is what I have to fear, I'm going to do what I got to do. And then after that, there was a few more that were similar to that. But it's kind of stupid. That's the mentality. And you can blame it on the circumstance. You can blame it on everything that feeds into the night. When you start putting alcohol together, it's alcohol to a flame. It's just a fire waiting to happen.
Yeah. We saw guys that on a Friday night, they came home from their job, they took a shower, which they probably only did about maybe 2-3 times a week.
Hey, I hate to say this, but I've had 11 text messages while I've been sitting here talking. I hadn't even been watching, so I'm apologizing to everybody that's been texting.
Yeah, he's like that, guys. But they come home, they get cleaned up, they take their paycheck, they get it cashed at the liquor store when they're getting something to drink. Okay, they got a couple $100 in their pocket, and they would come to the adult club. They wanted the best seat in the house. They want to be treated like royalty because they're going out. It's important to them. They want the best girls to come over there and dance for them. They don't want to pay the best prices because they don't have that much money. It's a limited resource at this point. Well, once they get drunk, those guys are exactly what Scotty just described. They become where there is some like ownership.
Yes.
I got a song when we go to the next commercial that I'm going to play for those guys. The image that you just painted, this song will be perfect. I would say every other night when we turn the lights on, now it's 4 a.m. for us. Every night when we turn the lights on, there's always that one poor sap that was sitting in the corner and, nursing his drink, looking over his shoulder going, God, I hope that big burly guy doesn't come over here. Oh, God, he's coming over here. And I'm like, all right, man, you got to finish that one up. Got to lock it down. And he's like, well, I'm waiting on, one of the girls. And I'm like, dude, they're all gone. There is a requirement that they go out the back. You go out the
keys,
front.
You go out the front. She knows that she can't do anything with you outside of this establishment because that'd be solicitation. But she gave me her number. I said, oh, okay, go ahead and call it. And they would call it. Yeah. No, they'd call it, and the house phone right there on the wall would ring. And I'd go, I'm not going to walk over there and answer it. We're going to walk over there and answer it. And they would be heartbroken. And some of them would, cry in their beer in the car and boo-hoo because they thought they were in love and they spent their whole paycheck. But then there was the guy that Scotty just described who figured.
Oh, yeah. Who really believed.
I threw him out before.
It's an illusion. That's the thing I try to make people understand.
It's
working
an
in the bar
illusion.
business, me being the DJ and Crystal was the bartender, we didn't let people know we were dating. It's because it's an illusion. Her tips depended on her smiling. And that guy believing
he's got a chance. Yeah.
And the same thing, the hot single, not the hot single, but the hot wives that were trying to have their hall pass for the night wanted just to come flirt. That's all they wanted.
I would be that guy if Crystal was still bartender.
Now look, I gotta answer some text messages from 750. Hummus is Jewish peanut butter.
That's good.
At Chris at 8:12 shows the picture of Pam Anderson when she was on Tool Time. Mr. Mike, where she was normal looking with the tool belt.
Yeah.
And he says
she was so cute.
He says
funny.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Heath says, I swear to God, my personal opinion, a woman looks best first thing in the morning for the first half hour of being awake.
Oh, that's sweet.
I love you, Keith.
No,
that's Heath.
And when you meet him, you love him.
He's a kiss ass. He's just trying to say that because he thinks he's going to score. He's single. Of course he's going to say that. I'm just kidding, Heath.
I'm not.
Yeah, my mic's not. Jeff Mathias is a friggin' idiot. He says, I love the chemistry between Mike and Anise. Yeah, you're a friggin' idiot.
Here again, another suck up.
And
you know what?
Another suck up trying to earn brownie points.
Haters. Haters are gonna hate.
Jeff, I love
Look
you.
at the face of him. Haters gonna
Haters are gonna hate.
Okay.
Vamps are gonna vamp.
Now I know why I got to have you two on separate Thursdays because y'all are going to join forces.
We are the superheroes. Wait,
Dun, dun,
Mike,
dun.
go ahead and start posing, honey. Okay, the superheroes.
What are y'all?
have arrived.
The Electra woman and whatever.
10-speed and brown shoe.
Oh my God.
I guess I'm 10 speed.
Yeah, you're 10-speed. I'm brown shoes. I think that's cool, man.
Oh my
I
God.
got a little cartoon thing going in my head right now.
So listen, I've been trying to find an artist who can draw characters.
Yeah, I got one.
So we need characters.
Caricature,
Caricatures. I
Oh,
have,
we got it on Fiverr.
but I have one of me, and I have one of Crystal Miller as the queen. But I would love to get one of like a little small table. I mean, like literally this small, and then me in the middle with a small body and a huge head, and then you two and whoever else on the show with their small bodies and a huge head. So it looks like the small boat of Noah with all the animals hanging out. It would kind of look like the boat or the desk with everybody hanging out.
No, I was looking at a guy that does clay animation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just for
yeah.
fun.
He can make our.
I'm sitting here supporting your show. You want to insult me like that? I'm going to go to iHeartRadio.
Ooh.
So sorry, caller. We lost you there for a second. I don't know what happened.
Currently, we are experiencing technical difficulties.
Somebody had called earlier, and I want to try to call this number back.
Sorry, somebody tried to call me, and
4 text messages that fast.
That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, I was.
I just got C blocker from Heath.
I know.
He said, "Love you."
Yeah, I was going to tell him too.
Just for fun, call Cookie.
Cookie.
Oh my God.
Our resident drag something.
Yeah, Anise, meet our
Yeah,
weirdo. We're not really sure what we call him.
Well, okay, who is he?
Cookie. Cross-dresser.
I'm Cookie.
Hi, Cookie.
Hi, sweetie.
How are you, baby?
Oh, it's just another fabulous day.
Fabulous.
So,
Why do I feel like another Twilight Zone
Really.
episode going on here?
because
Twilight
it's
Zone.
always a Twilight Zone episode. It's
Oh.
just for fun radio.
Yeah.
It's a Twilight Zone episode that nobody told us.
Yeah, nobody told us it was happening.
So, Cookie, what's going on this morning? What you got for us?
That is, Scotty, you need to warn her to watch what she says to me.
Well, no, you watch what you respond with.
And you ain't got nothing for her, Cookie.
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah, that I was about to say.
But see, the
Y'all
thing
hunt two
is-
different types of rabbit.
But see, the funny thing is she doesn't really know who Cookie is, but she's met Cookie.
Well, I just
didn't know it.
listen. I just had this bad, and this is going to be funny, but I just had this bad Elmer Fudd cartoon go in my brain where he says he's leaning over a hole and he's like, "Shh, I'm hunting a rabbit."
No, it's
So-
hunting the wabbit.
But see, Cookie would be like, "Yes, I'm hunting the rabbit," and she's hunting the hole. Sorry, fellas.
I was
had to
kinda
go there.
thinking- I was kinda thinking of
you
Batman.
just shot down every man's dream, Scotty.
I was thinking about Batman walking up to Cookie and Cookie going, "My dog doesn't have a nose," and Batman going, "Well, how does he smell?" And Cookie going, "Horrible."
Oh my God. Okay, Cookie, take us out of whatever weird spot we just went.
Okay, then. Well, there was a couple of reasons. When I called, everybody was talking about, how people should feel, emotion, and talking about how men should be more emotional. Sweetie, I agree totally.
Thank
It is.
you.
So cute when men show their true emotions. I can't tell you how many times I love seeing a man look back at me with a big smile on their face.
I was more visualizing all of them with crying eyes, and you were going to try to say how sweet it was to see them cry, and then I was going to explain it was because the handcuffs were too tight.
I was thinking running from you,
Well-
making sure my friends didn't see me.
The handcuffs were only tied a couple of times. Then I mastered them and found that perfect little gap to where it doesn't hurt but still restrains.
Oh my gosh. Why do I feel sad to be hearing this? I feel like I'm listening to a felony and I feel that I'm supposed to be turning this in.
Listening to a felony. That's great.
Oh my
It's
God.
all consensual.
That's today's
Listen,
phrase of the
just
day.
because you looked at them and says, tell me, does this smell like chloroform? It doesn't mean it was legal.
50
Well,
Shades of Grey. 50
he's-
Shades of Grey.
He's going to defend, well, they voluntarily sniffed the rag. Well, you also tricked them into sniffing the rag.
You had their face covered with it. Yeah, that's the saying for the day. I'm going with that. I'm about to post that.
Which one?
Unfortunately, I think I'm listening to a felony.
I mean, I just feel like I hear a felony in progress and I'm supposed to call somebody.
Really?
There's no felony in progress. Cookie's working right now.
No. What's Cookie doing at 8:42 in the morning?
I'm going down south.
Oh boy.
Yeah, of
felony.
course.
Whenever I say I'm going down south, that's a whole different story.
It's probably the same story, just different truck stop.
That was good. That was another good one.
Cookie,
Shut
what
up,
is
Cookie.
wrong? Are you speechless?
Yeah.
Cat got your, well, it would never be the cat got your tongue. Never
Y'all are
mind.
making Cookie laugh this morning. I can't talk when I'm laughing. But then the other reason was all this talk about hummus. Sweetie, I gotta ask you,
Yes.
how can you eat something that looks like vomit?
Well,
Oh, there we go.
It smells like garlic.
Put a couple peas and carrots in it and really gross out.
Wow.
I mean,
it,
I don't know about Scotty or Mikey, but I know that not only does food have to taste good, but it has to look good.
it really, but Cookie,
know-
it really does look good, baby. If you go to one of the Middle Eastern restaurants, the presentation, like Fanou's restaurant up in Roswell, oh my God, their presentation of their hummus platter is phenomenal.
Hummus plate.
I'm thinking of something
but
that
still,
swims.
it looks
I'm
like
thinking about a
poopy.
bonfire with a bunch of people standing around singing Kumbaya.
Kumbaya hummus.
You know what? Okay,
I mean, I won't eat anything that doesn't at least look good. You know, that's why I don't eat oysters.
Oh my
If it
God.
looks like something that Cookie has coughed up left, you know, it's not going down my throat. I'm sorry.
Well, then there goes your extracurricular activities.
Well, that's not what I heard.
Oh my God. I feel like we've got our first yuppie on the show by
A
listening
yuppie?
to Anise.
She's you have a PhD, correct?
I have two PhDs.
I got a pair of post hole diggers over there too.
Pizza
Right
Hut
there.
delivers.
I have
Now,
two.
Which
PhDs.
field?
In
disciplines?
education and criminal justice.
Oh, a PhD in criminal justice.
So see, Cookie, from now on,
Mm.
before you have to have the person pushed into the cab of your truck, you might want to call Anise and find out, are you actually committing a crime?
Go back. So
No,
I mean,
I'm not
I
going
never
Not
pushed
to
them
the-
in the truck. You
They
can't
got
push-
in voluntarily, didn't they, Cookie?
Yeah, you can't push somebody into an 18-wheeler. I mean, they have to climb up.
I was
They
more
have to slide
envisioning
in and-
duct tape and a forklift, sir.
No, because trust me, if I need a forklift to lift you up, me and you are not going to have fun.
No, I was more or less thinking on all those loading docks, you dope them up, you slide them on a pallet and just scoot them on in the back of the truck.
Scoot 'em.
Scoot them.
Yeah, nothing like when they're passed out, scooting them. You do realize somebody sent in a picture, a grown man put in a picture of somebody in short. He's in shorts.
I know, but
Yeah.
I was trying to stay on topic. I knew if I stopped, you would have.
Our listeners have issues.
Yes.
we
What do
talk,
you mean we have issues?
we talk about a girl looking attractive in blue jean shorts and maybe a red flannel shirt, tied in the middle like something. And a guy puts that on this morning and takes a picture of himself and sends it.
Yes.
What is wrong with people?
Well, see, I actually like
Mikey.
women in red flannel shirts. I love women
Yeah,
in
I
red
think it's
flannel
beautiful.
shirts. Yes.
Beautiful.
Well, I had a
Mikey,
red flannel sheet, and I like the women in between the sheet. I
I
mean, it was
Like
red flannel.
flannel?
My wife's red hair looked really good in my red flannel sheets. I'm
No.
sorry.
Redhead should always
Flannel
wear.
does look good, but it's not something you can wear all the time. Then you start looking like a lumberjack, and well, maybe a lumberjack would be kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Cookie,
know.
lumberjacks
Listen
are
to
hot.
Cookie just painted that image and went, wait a minute now. That might not be so
That might
bad.
not be
He
so
walked
bad.
himself into that joke.
You know.
Well, lumberjacks, they're always good at handling wood. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
I love lumberjacks and I love women in uniform.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you,
Me
Jesus, for the uniforms.
too. But the uniforms.
It sounds like me and her got to go out for a night on the town one night.
Somebody
We
brings
need to
it.
go
have
down.
a lot of the same taste.
Y'all are going to go to the hummus buffet.
No.
All you can eat hummus.
where
you can eat
where
hummus.
everything looks like a pair of Buster Brown shoes.
No, where's that club in Porterdale where they do the drag shows at?
Social house.
Social House. That's where we got to get one. We got to get another one. I'm hoping.
We need to do a remote broadcast there.
Yes, that's
they
on the
want us
list.
to.
That's on the list. I
Yeah.
got to go there today after the show to speak to them.
We're there having lunch one day, and Stephanie had shrimp and grits, and she's eating it, and the whole staff was there, and she goes, "What's in this?" And we all went, "Shrimp and grits."
It was amazing. And I mean, the food was amazing, but it was amazing that she said that.
Yeah, we thought it was a joke, but yep.
No,
We're really
sometimes
doing it.
with Steph, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just fun all by itself.
Just for
Well,
fun,
listen.
all by yourself. That could be a show.
Well,
right?
listen, guys, I hate to come and go,
Oh, bro.
but I have to get back to work. I got a long day ahead of me. I'm going to be down in the beach tonight.
All right. Well, like
even
you
though
say
I won't
to
be able to go swimming.
all your victims, come again.
Well, listen, Scotty, there's a link that I got put on your Facebook page. It's a news article that I think y'all would find very interesting.
Okay.
You need to read it because I'm sure it would make you go,
All right. I will try to.
Anyway.
I'll try to go check that out.
Look forward to ladies talk. Love y'all.
All
Love
right.
you too.
Bye.
Mwah, smooches.
That's dangerous every time Cookie gets on the phone. I mean, it is just slap,
You never know where
slap
it's going to go.
monkey ass dangerous.
You never know what direction it's going to go. It's hilarious.
Okay, so wait, what's this picture that you
Let me go to a
posted?
commercial real quick.
Okay.
All right, we're going to a commercial, and this song goes out to all the jackasses, all those men that think that they are the shiznit as they're getting ready and waxing their eyes.
Oh, man.
Rico.
Love it.
Yeah, when Cookie calls, you never know what's fixing to happen. I just saw this, and I usually stop and do stupid stuff, but I didn't read it yet. Oh, that's funny. Did you read it, Mike? Yes. I figured you would laugh at that one.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe all of the comments that I got for my name? Benny was like, she goes, baby, you did a post and it's got over 127 comments.
Ain't that great?
I was like, yes. Oh,
Yeah, we like I said, I had that one about the American flag, and I mean, last time I looked at it, it was over 20,000 shares, over 10,000 comments, and over 1,000 and something, like 100,000 likes. And then
Rico.
he had one where he was just doing his vamp rant from inside the van. And in about 2 minutes, it went to like 1,000 viewers.
Well, the first one that landed really big is about people when I was dealing with the homeless, and it's been shared 110,000 times.
Isn't that awesome?
I love
Shared.
it.
That's not counting how many people seen it.
We're right there. We're going to push through this. We're going to push through this. I am not writing everybody. I have to go to this. Did you like what I said about nights? You know, I hate mornings. I said I think night should just continue on till noon the next day. No more morning. I got up today, man. I went to bed about 2:30. I got up about 4. My ex-sister-in-law. I gotta say this. Callista, you know Newt Gingrich? Or Newt? I'm sure everybody's heard of Newt.
Yeah.
His wife, Newt and I are friends, but Callista and his wife, she is a beautiful woman. She's always so regal. They're kind of like, she writes children's books. And it's kind of like an elephant that goes through American history. So they go all around the world, and they're in Turkey today, and they're showing me pictures. But you know what? No matter what, that woman is always impeccable. She is just always so regal. I don't know how she pulls it off. Newt, he's getting fat like me, freaking, shirts untucked, smiling. What y'all think about ESPN dropping the Donald?
I'm loving it.
Yeah. You know what,
Mike? Why did your message come through all in Arabic?
I have a lot of followers. Did it really come
Yeah,
up?
it really did.
It might be somebody answering me. I do have a lot of friends.
When you posted the link for Just for Fun Radio, it came in Arabic.
You get it?
How cool.
I have a lot of friends overseas. I don't really mention it or talk about it too much because if I study religions like most people study history, I enjoy religion, but I don't force anything on anybody. It's just something I study. I'm retired, I can do what I want to do. But the Muslim religion is just extremely interesting to me, and I have a lot of tremendous Muslim friends. But the deal is that we don't comment on Facebook.
Right.
Because that's just the hate mongers are just
The hate, yeah, they're just waiting.
They're just waiting. And man, I tell you what, I've seen both extremes on both Muslim and Christian. I've seen the zealots to the most compassionate people in the world. Muslims, I've seen that with Christians. So I just don't understand how our individual beliefs of what God thinks we should be doing is that skewed.
Well, it's like the whole gay marriage thing. It's like, how does me getting 1,138 rights that I should have because I have businesses with this person, I have a life with this person, how does if me having 1,138 additional rights that everybody else has impacts your marriage, then you got a bigger problem than me.
Well,
I just don't. I don't understand.
Maybe I was. My mother was a very big impact on my life. She passed away when I was 15. She was shot and killed. But she was a U.S. Marshal, and then she became an attorney on her own. She raised 3 absolutely hellion boys. Me being the youngest of the 3.
Wow.
Can you freaking imagine? Every day, one of us was in trouble.
Yeah.
Every single solitary day. And she did a really good job raising this. But the reason why is because if we were doing something wrong, she explained it to us why it was wrong. She didn't just say it's against the law. She said, you can't do that because what's going to happen is this individual, you can't. I got caught one time with 16 penny nails. This guy was harassing me and giving me a hard time. I was a little bit celebrated. So what I did was late at night, I went to his car and I did big nails like yours is tired, and he was going to have to back up. I put nails here, all 4 times. So when he backed up, he got about 2 feet, and it went all 4 times. Well, obviously I was in trouble,
Technology.
And so my mother sat me down. She got me out of it, but she sat me down and she explained to me the whole process of him missing work, of the cost of tires, the neighborhood, and what they felt was going on. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a lot more than smacking me in the head and
Going, you can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, or sending me to freaking a prison situation or a lockup or custody, juvenile, whatever you want to call it. That does absolutely
Nothing. Prison doesn't rehabilitate people. It just makes better criminals.
That's what I was going to say. It's a training camp.
It's a training camp. Yeah.
That when you put all those rates and all that other stuff out there, and they're saying,
Well,
they from violence, it gives them way to
They took away education in correctional facilities.
What about work?
And we're back.
What about? Hey, I'll change. the subject.
What do you?
Okay, what we were
keep going
talking-
with what you're talking about?
Well, no, because that was kind of serious.
And listen, I was posting some stuff about. I was sharing ladies' night and sharing guns and gadgets. And Alex says, I love guns and gadgets. So I told him I'd love for him to come and sit in one night on that show.
Absolutely. Don't count Mike as 3 drunk guys.
Yeah, I didn't go with that because by the
yeah.
time I read it, I didn't know
I don't
where we
understand
were.
that.
Denise, call in.
No, don't.
678
Denise,
760 1556.
Denise, call 1-800-257-1234. That's 1-800-257-1234.
And can I ask why you're sending her that direction?
I don't want her to call in.
Wow.
Because you lose IQ points just listening to her.
Oh my God.
I stood next to her in the studio. I could hear the ocean. Love you, D Nice. Okay, so
you should try being D Nice right now.
I wanted to talk about DeAndre Johnson.
I'm lost.
And nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Nope, because here comes caller.
Yeah, caller, nothing. Here it comes.
Hello.
Do it. You know you're going to say it.
Hello.
You didn't pay your Metro bill.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yo,
Mick-
myself.
McFly. Just for fun.
Shut up, Mike.
See, told you. I knew that was coming.
Well, you did kind of ask for it.
I know. I like it.
Well,
I
I
like
sent that when you were talking about how the way that the girls dress.
Yeah. What about,
Excuse me.
well, we've seen the way you dress.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the way I dress.
Yeah, there's nothing right about it either.
Hey, a mom of 14, you dress just fine, Aunt B.
Arby's roast beef.
Oh.
What? I like Arby's roast beef.
Every
You
time
went
you keep
straight
saying
ghetto.
Denise's name, I'm like, I'm not up there
Yeah.
because it kind of sounds the same. Hey, Denise.
Hello, Denise. How are you?
Good.
Hey,
How
Denise
about
and Denise, we're going to get tongue twisted. Now, I never did get to what was your name going to be?
Oh, okay. So
I'm thinking Doc McStuffin because I keep seeing this cartoon
Oh my
because the kid. Well, no, but I saw Doc on.
I am not Doc McStuffin.
I saw Doc on something last night, but my kid, I'm watching Doc McStuffin. So.
I think we should refer to as doctor.
Yeah.
With
Well,
two
yeah,
PhDs.
okay. So
Oh my God! Don't feed her ego.
The 2 PhDs.
She already
deserves
wants to
I
be called
figured I can be
Queen.
darling Denise.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Darling
Well,
Denise?
no. I don't
No,
like
because
that.
if me and you are somewhere and it's just me and you, and I say darling, they're gonna assume you're with me. Like I had to smack
Yeah, true.
the
No,
train wreck. I had to smack the train wreck one day because we were standing somewhere and she said, honey. And people thought she was with my leg. Let's clarify something right now. Don't say honey or sweetie to me when we're standing places because people will assume you're my wife.
Why are you looking at me when you're saying that?
Because I'm telling you to quit calling me honey and sweetie as well. I just wasn't gonna say it over the microphone. But
I will.
damn.
Every time we're
And
out, I do
quit
that.
slowly
If you're
groping my
bringing it
butt.
up, Mike, he's going to bring it up too.
What?
Mike tried to bring it up one time, and I said, "Get your hand out of my pocket. My chapstick's in my other
And,
pocket."
yeah.
If I could bring
And
it
you
up for
threw that
4
down real
hours,
quick.
if I could bring it up for 4 hours, they say I should call a physician.
Jesus, what did I get myself
Lord.
into?
Now, the name we went with was the Doc, and that way we can spin off. We can have coffee talk with the Doc.
Oh,
We can have straight no chaser with the Doc.
Dang, she went there.
Yes, straight no
That-
chaser.
That's a good one.
I
Because
like
you
it.
said you have 2 PhDs, right?
Yes.
See, there you go.
Yeah, Denise is thinking.
Y'all are just feeding that ego.
PhD.
And
Pizza
we
Hut.
still got to figure out mine because we're lost.
Yeah, we're not trying. Denise is sitting there going, PhD. Pizza Hut delivers. I don't know.
I
My
can't hear
brother,
you, Mike.
my brother was the one that said he had some post hole diggers.
Did
and
you
that
say
was,
brother?
yeah, I started to try.
His brother.
I tried to get post hole diggers out of my mouth. It didn't work so good.
You're trying to get what out of your mouth?
Nothing. Just keep going. We are talking to, you
Well,
who has 14 children. Apparently we know what was on your mind at
Yeah.
least once.
How many daddies?
at least 3.
No, she actually has one daddy for all 3.
Oh,
see?
okay. That's weird.
And I don't have one for each and then go back to the first one.
Why not? The paperwork's already
Um,
filed that way.
Well, look, I looked at my ex-wife one time. I'm not joking. I looked at my ex-wife one time because my daughter was beautiful. And I said, she was still single at the time. And I said, you know what? If we're going to have kids again, either one of us, we should like hook up.
Oh my God.
And just have another one with each other. And she looked at me and she goes, what in the hell are you thinking? We didn't work the first time. I said, listen here, if I'm going to pay child support, I'd rather pay it to one person.
Oh my God.
Come on. It only made sense. Mathematically speaking.
Not in a court of law.
It only made sense mathematically speaking. Meaning on Friday, I only had to try to find one woman. I only had to write one check. Wow. And when I could see the one woman and see both my kids, why did that not make sense? Man. Because I'm a man and I buy 36 count of toilet paper instead of buying 4 count. Because I'm a guy.
And
I just see it that way.
Liquid soap.
Oh, Lord.
There is liquid soap. There's
not.
No, did you see the silver thing in there? It's supposed to be
alcohol gel, and there's a bar of Dial soap, and I am not using.
No.
I never use a bar of soap. Who uses bars of soap anymore?
Me, because that's how I have to get grease off my hand.
Unless you drop it in the shower purposely.
In there was this silver thing that's about the size of your cup, and it was motion sensor. You ran your hand out under it, and it squirted gel soap in your hand. The problem is, for some reason, it quit working, so I have to fix it. That's a office problem. Get to it, really?
She said something about dropping your soap.
So wait, should I put in a maintenance request for that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I know, right? I mean,
go ahead and get with Mike about the whole sexual harassment that we were dealing with a couple of weeks ago.
We definitely have an HR issue here. Hey, dropping the soap in the shower.
That sounds like a jail problem.
I shower alone. Why can't I drop the soap?
Well, you might slip and fall and hit your head, Mike.
I don't know what shower you're doing that in. Are you up at the new car wash when you're doing that?
Yeah, but Mike, if you drop this soap in the shower by yourself, you might hit your head, and then we would never know it. And I would be so sad because you wouldn't be here with me anymore.
See, the doc is sweet.
That's a very good point, Denise.
Man, do
Denise,
you need your own chapstick for that kissing?
Oh my God!
Because his butt might get a little rough on your lip.
Actually, I'm using the MAC. It's called the Moth to the Flame lip gloss.
Moth to the flame.
Moth to the flame.
That's exactly the vision I had while you were kissing his butt. The death of a moth to a flame.
Now there's gonna be color on when she kisses.
And now I'm going to change my name from Military Mike to something sweet.
Well, I kind of like Military Mike. Yeah. I like Military Mike. It's strong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at those guns right there.
I see those guns
check
popping, baby.
Safe side, suicide.
I see those guns popping.
Oh my God! Y'all just go get a room.
I'm gonna head off.
Well, nothing like me flexing to cut a show short.
Okay, see you out here, Denise. See you, bye.
Yeah, see you, bye. You are now.
Bye.
Bye.
I miss you, sweetie.
No, don't lie to her now that you're hanging up. No. You made sure I'd already hit hang up when you said that, right?
Yeah, that way she has to watch the YouTube video.
Oh, my God.
Talking about YouTube, if you would, please subscribe to our channel at YouTube. Just hit adjust for the number 4 Fun Radio and do a search in YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Damn it.
Because that's how we get paid.
Okay, hey, I wanted to talk about DeAndre Johnson.
Yes, I have no idea who that is.
The FSU.
Yes.
Yeah, the FSU quarterback. Was he a quarterback?
Yeah, well, he was. That's basically his position. He was coming up, and he was like gonna be the man. Yeah. Everybody, I'm a Florida Seminoles fan, so that all came from Florida. That was before the Braves. Okay, to get to a point here, this kid, and I have 2 boys and a grandson. So I've watched the football thing. Mm-hmm. My 2 boys were baseball players. My grandson's football player. But you see organized sports, they push so hard. My grandson watches that ridiculous show, Friday Night Lights or whatever.
I love that show.
Where they push those little kids.
Yeah.
I'd like to show up and just start swinging on everybody.
I love that show.
All right. So, all he wants to do is be a quarterback. He wants to be a quarterback in college. He wants to be a pro quarterback. And that's great. It's a positive thing. Hopefully, geez, everybody in NFL is going to jail this year. DeAndre is at a club. Did y'all see the video?
I saw the video.
Oh my God! Did you see the good video or just the?
I saw the one when this first broke that came out. So
You might have saw the short one.
I think I saw the short one.
I was lucky enough to get a hold of the
You
whole
got the
version
whole you got the whole video?
where she goes behind the bar.
Okay,
and
I
they
didn't see
take
that
her
part.
to get medical help and all that other stuff. Okay, he bumps his way in. The bar's crowded.
Right.
He bumps his way in, and this woman, you can tell she says, "Hey, lighten up, brother,"
Right.
you know, and she's smiling and all that other stuff. And then he kind of pushes her, and then he pushes the girl on the left completely out of the way.
Mhm.
And then, you know, the discussion, shall we say, starts out. And she was, in the beginning, I think it was, you know, 50-50, if you look at it.
Right.
But
right.
then he reached over and grabbed her arm, which is,
And
that's a no-no.
That was when he crossed the line.
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
every right to protect yourself at that point. And
Right.
she did take a swing at him. She brought her knee up, too. And he freaking leveled her. And that's just
That's wrong.
unacceptable.
That is so wrong on
Oh.
so many levels.
It looked like he broke some teeth.
Yeah.
And so I looked up the arrest report, and it was really weird because he's not listed on the arrest report, but she is. The Freedom of Information
right.
list her.
So they're trying to say she started it.
No. It's just the way the law works in this case. He hadn't been
He hadn't been charged with anything.
So his name still remains anonymous, and she didn't, you know, say, you know, recant my information,
right.
and it has to be in writing. It's going to be blah, 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 you know. So here it is. All her information went out to the public,
But none of his.
but none of
does.
his. But I mean, he turned himself in yesterday, I believe, and
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, if you've got a strong gut, watch that video, because I tell you what, it was. I must have watched it 20 times last night because I
Well, it's
thrive on watching the way people, you know, react.
When it first broke, I watched it, and you know, and when I watch stuff like that, the first thing I start doing is I go to the comments, and you know, but when it's something like that, I always read the comments, because the comments will tell you where the pulse of America is.
Exactly.
And you know, some of the comments, I'm just like,
It's great.
you have one brain cell and it is obviously struggling for oxygen. at
That's
this point.
right.
Some people, the stuff people say, man, it's just
Well,
like,
it's kind of like when I'm dealing with the speeders and the guy's calling me, what's his name? The guy that shot the kid, Trayvon's
yeah.
guy.
Oh, George Zimmerman.
Yeah, people calling me Zimmerman because I'm out there trying to stop the speeders. It's like, what are y'all smoking? Like, what are you thinking? I'm trying to protect my neighborhood and save some kids from getting hit, and you're gonna call me Zimmerman? Really?
No, oh my gosh, that video that you shared about the car that had the accident and flipped and burst into
Yes.
flames. Okay, I remember I shared that one too.
Yes.
Why do I get slammed for sharing your video? And it was, what did she tell me? She's like, you know, this, how did she have it? Something about she thought much better of me, and that this was a horrible way for someone to have to try to find out about their family member on Facebook. And
if Channel 2 would have shared it, what would the difference be?
and, you know, and I responded, I said, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I said,
But if they would have noticed the kid come walking up and the two girls hugged him,
right.
Yeah.
which
Right.
means he wasn't dead.
And I said, thanks for sharing your thoughts. I said, however, Just for Fun Radio is a part of the media, and
That's
the
right.
media reserves the right to break a story as we see it.
That's
Yes,
right.
we do.
And so she unfriended me. I was like, okay, good. Now I got room for more friends.
That's right. Hey, if that's what it takes to find out which vamp's on my page, I'll take it, because I don't want you harassing me anyways.
You want to hear something funny?
Sure, because it's just for
It's
fun
just for
radio.
fun.
It's just for fun
when I
radio.
see these type of arguments and stuff, and back and forth, and if I comment, and then they, of course, everybody goes after me. I'm cool with it though. But here's the thing:
Like when somebody called and said, I got a complaint. And I said, what did Mike do now? It wasn't Mike.
it wasn't military. Mike.
Go ahead with your story, but that's just funny.
It's true. Yeah, I mean that did happen this week. Yeah, you got me.
I can't help but
Okay,
laugh.
so you got all this back and forth. Do you know what I do? Is the people that do the most hateful comments, and I've had them just ripping. The thing over the weekend was nothing compared to some stuff. I will friend them. I'll send them a friend request. And they'll call me. They'll get back on there. They'll not live or not on the wall, but they'll personal message me. I wouldn't be your, and I'd go, I love you, brother, because freedom of speech is that. And they almost all of them end up friending me. Then I can talk to them and I can find out what the real problem is. Exactly. And that's what I like to do is isolate the objective, or the objection.
I actually like to think of it as isolating the target.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, I like to think about targets too.
Yeah. Well, yours is more like
them people are idiots.
Yeah. Target fixation is a bad thing for a special operator. So we try not to get target fixation because it does happen.
It does.
Yeah. You see one thing and you don't see the other stuff.
Locked and loaded.
Absolutely. Hey, what about Mayweather? Y'all boxing fans?
I'm not a boxing fan.
Oh my God. What? Chicken fighting?
Did anybody watch the USA soccer?
No, soccer's for girls.
Well, you kind of are talking to one, Mike.
No, the soccer was girls playing.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but okay. So I didn't watch it because I'm not a soccer fan.
I'm not either.
But when everybody started going crazy at the end when I can't even think of her name now, but she kissed her wife. And I was like, yes, that to me, that was like the coolest thing. And then I found out that the women were paid $40,000 less than what the men make.
Isn't that something?
And I'm like, what on earth?
Apparently it doesn't pay to have a uterus.
Well,
well, them girls on Metropolitan Avenue will disagree with you on that one, Mike. He has nothing to say. And them strip club girls might disagree with you as well.
You know what? I was a big proponent. My ex-wife, when she was my wife, she was a semi-professional bowler.
I still laugh at this because that's not even a sport.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
But so here she is throwing the legal weight, the heaviest ball you can throw, 16 pounds. She would actually order the bowling balls 16.8 because when they would drill it out to put the inserts in, it would get it right at 16. She threw that ball 22 miles per hour. That's humming.
Wow.
And when she was hitting strikes, you could hear it all over the bowling center. I got to meet a tremendous amount of the women professional bowlers. In fact, I had at the bowling center in Conyers, I'd set it up to have one of the ladies bowling tournaments. I swear it used to drive me nuts because the guy bowlers, like Brian Doss and some of these other guys that live in Atlanta would show up at these tournaments just to steal thunder. They would walk in, hey, Brian Doss is there. They about to stop the damn tournaments. And all the professional women bowlers are going, what the hell? Why does he do this? And it's just to steal thunder.
Right.
Then you find out in his contract, he's got to make so many public appearances. So it's all set up. He makes millions. These women are barely making enough money to travel and do what they love.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how that works? Just saying.
Well, the White House, that came out this year. That,
yes.
And they kind of put out that, hey, equal pay for equal work. And then they, Kingpin Mike, shut up. I got Munson. Then they had women doing the same job as men and being paid, I think it was like 18% less or something.
Well, even female radio personalities, men get
You take the straw that I give you and you just enjoy it as payment. Good Lord, she's been here 2 days and she's already going for the jugular.
You get a straw?
Yeah,
I have to drink from the can.
Oh, and kudos to Just for Fun Radio bought Starbucks for the first.
Bought Starbucks?
No, we did. Just for Fun Radio this morning bought Starbucks for the first 2 people in the drive-thru.
Oh, okay.
At the Conyers
cool.
Starbucks.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, paying it forward. I love it.
Yeah, we paid it forward. So
that is, I love that. I've had that happen to me one time. I was in uniform, and that was.
I used to love doing that for our people in uniform.
Man, it just changes your whole attitude.
Yeah, I would do that, and I would always say, just tell them to be safe.
Yeah, that was, what, I was watching a video yesterday from a church, and what they do is they stand behind you in the line at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And when your stuff is all done, it's all set up because there's cameras and all. But the cashier gives or shows the receipt to this one guy, and then he comes up behind you and gives you all the cash and pats you on the side and says, God is good, and walks away. And then they stay on the person. Oh man, I tell you what, the first 3 or 4 are just like, wow, God really is good. Oh, I've really needed this help. The last one, God, I got goosebumps running up and down my mind. This woman started crying so hard. She couldn't even speak. Literally, the cashier had to come around the counter and hug her and hold on to her because her legs were getting weak. Obviously, hey, when we look at financial problems, it's just like the thing you were saying before about guys putting up this front. A lot of times financially, people, fall prey to that. I got to have groceries so I can't pay the power bill. And when somebody walks along like that out of the blue, man, tell me there's not a God. I think it's great.
I call it, it's food poor. And I remember when my ex-husband, he was first working with the city of East Point. He's still with the city of East Point. And he was working narcotics, and he made $612 for 2 weeks.
Good Lord.
How do you live on that, man?
And it was just, $612. We had a brand new baby. I was just finishing undergrad. And I remember we paid the mortgage and we had no money for groceries, but he wouldn't tell me that we had no money for groceries. He just told me, don't buy groceries.
Yeah. Isn't that right?
So, I mean, that rather than just communicating with me, hey.
And just tell you what the real deal was.
Tell me what the real deal is rather than say, don't buy groceries. Because, that comes off, when you say don't do this to a woman, it comes off as you're trying to control this without really explaining why.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then because it's just a guy thing.
Exactly. It's a guy thing.
Yeah. A friend of mine, she's just left the place that she was working just because there was too much like click type stuff going on. She works like a dental, the dental industry has so many, they have the receptionist, which can do any office, but then she knows what the tools are, I guess. I don't know. Hygienist. And then, you got the guy or girl that cleans your teeth. You got the actual dentist. You got this, that, and that, all that other stuff. So I'm trying to help her get a job. And she's like just absolutely amazed that somebody's helping her.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people are blown away by that.
Yeah, she's a single mom. And the guy's in the picture, but he's more trouble than he's worth. Does that make sense?
And we are not talking about me.
No.
I know, it's both of us turn and look at Scotty.
It's not me.
You're a lot more trouble.
Not this time. It's not me.
No, but it's really fun to help her. Okay. Because she's like, wow, thank you. Every little thing I'm doing, I'm helping her get on Indeed.com and Career Builder. Her resume looks really great. And she's an addition to any team. And she lives down in the McDonough, Jackson area. And so here the thing is you got to ask, when you're helping somebody get an employment, you have to say, hey, what are you looking for money-wise?
Right.
And some people are like, well, I don't want to tell you that. But then some people just blurt it out, and you look at them and you go, how do you live off of that? My God, I'm looking at a new car. The best I can do is about $500 a month just for the car. Then you got insurance and gas and blah, 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 blah.
How do you do it?
How do you live off of $8 or $10 an hour? Somebody, please show me.
Well, that's like what I was doing something yesterday, and I pulled up salaries for radio personalities just because I want it to be known.
Again, she's been here 2 days.
I wasn't
2 days. Hell, we've not even completed the second day.
So I pull up salaries for radio personalities. Most men in the industry are pulling in 6-figure contracts.
Hell yeah.
Women, on the other hand, women who have the same time slot as the men.
They just have figures.
Yeah. They literally, men have the 6 figures. Women barely are hitting the five figures.
Crazy, man. I tell you. It's absolutely crazy.
So, equal pay for equal work is real.
Let's do it. I got 2 petitions I'm coming up with.
But
I'll do a third.
I think we need to pay some bills, Scotty. Have we done a
Yes, and I've been letting y'all talk while I've been
goofing off.
But I've been working. You're gonna die when you see what I've just completed.
Well, we need an engineer.
Yes, we do. But I'm trying to do so much.
Tyler.
Yeah.
He's gonna call you after the show.
What's he gonna call me?
DJ
Well,
Scott.
I hope he's gonna call you DJ Scotty.
Well, you just never know in this neighborhood.
We need an engineer
We need an engineer.
so that we get Scotty back. We want DJ Scotty.
Yeah.
We want DJ Scotty.
Well, I
we
just
want
try
the
to.
DJ. We want the DJ.
My brain just stays so focused. Like Alex was reaching out, saying something a minute ago about you and introduce you to the night show. And I said that you're actually going to be running the night show. But yeah, regardless, I'll be back here in just a second, everybody. It's just fun in the morning. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Hey, go on Guns and Gadgets and make me an editor, admin, whatever.
Okay. It didn't go.
I got to add something that I just did. No, it's no bad. You're doing your show. When I went to Guns and Gadgets and looked at it compared to the ladies talk, it's like, we got to get this thing looking better. So I did.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to meet with Chris today, but I just saw that it was his birthday.
Well, this will just get us started for right now.
That's
To at least make it look better. If you can at least just get me added.
Hold on a second. Before we go any further. See it sometimes on the tablet, it doesn't quite let you do the stuff you want to do.
Only trust them with my bucks. And I'm promising you this. Anytime you hear me say I trust them, if I can trust them to do my work, I can trust them to do your work. I don't just let anybody touch me.
I don't let anybody touch me. Or my work.
Kingpin Mike, Rich Archer.
I saw that. Rich blows me up on the side there. Yeah, what he said.
$286 likes. Wow.
No, I'm not done yet.
No, 303 likes.
I'm not done yet. I'm definitely nowhere close to done yet. That's what I
Ooh, we just had a call from San Diego. I have no idea who it is, so we're going to call it. All right, did you add me, or is that what you're doing?
I'm freaking trying, man.
Did you just F-bomb on camera?
No, I said I'm freaking. Hold on, maybe. Is it working?
Oh, we got to shout out Shirley's Cutie Cakes. They've got their grand opening this weekend.
Where's that?
They were over there by the meat market, and they moved to over there by the recruiting station
Oh, on the lower level.
on the lower level. Yeah.
How about last night on that thing with Oz? Somebody mentioned, why don't we have a Trader Joe's? Blah, blah, blah. I said it should go in the left-hand side of the Publix next to Harbor Freight.
Yes, that was what we were told.
So
I need to friend Oz on Facebook.
Yep. How's it going? Getting there?
I'm freaking trying to highlight your name.
I was just trying to do it for commercial stuff.
Okay, there we go. We got it.
Sabra Hamas.
Trying to do work like that on the tablet is not good. I'm going to add.
Come on, damn it. It's not popping up yet. 1, 2. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 6 pages I'm part of. Because we have Ladies Talk, Just Fun Radio, Just for Us, The Rough Edge, God is Alive in Newton County, Just for You, and Yo DJ Scotty. So now we're going to have Guns and Gadgets as soon as it pops up.
Okay, you guys should be good now. Oh, man, you tell this woman that you're on the freaking.
That's what I just told my ex-husband because he called me selfish. I said, do you really want me to have this conversation with you while I'm on the air?
Who is this?
My ex-husband.
Did he hear you? Or is he listening?
Probably.
Because that's what we notice a lot of is the people you don't expect to be listening. You'll go to tell something and they'll correct you through text. And I'm like, really? You're going to correct me?
It's like, I'm selfish. You haven't seen your child since December 2014, but I'm selfish. Okay. Where's the Guns and Gadgets link so that I can share it? Guns.
It turned out not exactly how I wanted it, but it'll work for right this second. I was just trying to get a picture on there if we're going to be sharing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was promoting the other stuff.
No, I'm with you. I was just trying to fix it so that as we're sharing it, people can see it.
Because I got to still get that little promo thing fixed up. I'm going to talk to him. But like I said, I didn't realize there was a birthday today. I want to do that to him on his birthday.
Go check out the social house right there in the heart of Porterdale. It will give you a whole different experience in that town of Porterdale. This is where you need to go to check out the good food.
Now, who is Cookie?
Good acts, all sorts of great things happen at the social house right there in Porterdale.
Oh, okay.
Okay, check this out. I'm going to tell you something real quick. I was doing some research on voiceovers, and I came across a guy who's, it's okay, he's been doing it for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
This year so far, he's made over $100,000 doing voiceovers
Shut up.
in a home studio. He's really nice. This guy's on Fiverr. Cool.
Well, I went and talked to that guy I was talking about.
Oh, did you get over?
Yeah, and he's down.
He's interested?
Yes,
wow.
he said that.
Well, maybe we should offer him too.
Well, what I told him was, I said, here's how I want to do it. I said, whether
he does or not.
I said I want a second
and a third.
Well, I need to find out. Can we get?
Well, no,
hold on. I need to find out. Can we get a female as well, not just a male?
Well, we need you doing them too. I'll do them. I don't know if anybody will buy it from me, but I'll do a promo. And then we need you doing Vamp Rant.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
People get paid for that.
Yeah.
They give you a topic, and for 3 minutes you Vamp Rant. And the guy actually said, driving down the road with my GoPro. He does that every day.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So this guy gets paid. So yeah, we're gonna have the Just for Fun. We already have it. It's gonna be the Just for Fun radio Fiverr account, but then we're gonna have all of us doing voiceover.
I would do a voiceover.
Absolutely.
That's it. There's no reason we shouldn't be getting paid, and the station makes some to pay. Because we got to use all this. And I'm not trying to say that I want all the money. I'm just saying need to start figuring out how to make some money.
Yeah, it would be more fun if I showed up in a Lambo.
And here we are. We're back.
We're back.
Back for more. Mike said he's going to bring a Lambo. There's going to be a Just for Fun Lambo for all of us.
Well, Mike, I tried to get the Mercedes limo to come pick you up this morning.
I know, I was waiting.
I know, but Scotty wouldn't even answer my text to let me in the studio so that I could get to the business account and order the limo for you.
Show up this morning and we're locked out. That was so weird.
That was an oops because, the dog went potty this morning and,
yeah, sure the dog.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
But Mike, I did try to get the Mercedes limo.
It's fine, sweetheart. I know. I'm okay driving myself.
Okay.
If I could get somebody to bring me home, that'd be cool.
If I could get somebody to bring me home.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Lord, heaven. Hey, where are we going to sign in today? I signed in earlier from Brazil.
I'm going to sign in from the Soul Yoga Studio in Old Town Conyers.
You're about to run, aren't you?
I'm about to run.
Well, the show will be over soon anyway.
Hey, when she leaves, let's talk about her.
I can still hear you.
Yeah, because that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, I can still hear you. It's like I tell the kids, I can still see you. No, but okay, so local businesses. Shout out to Shirley's Cutie Cakes. They are doing their grand reopening on Saturday, July the 11th. And I'm actually going to bring us some cutie cakes.
What's a cutie cake?
A cutie cake, it's a little square cupcake. Oh. And they are so addictive and so delicious.
And so not good for me.
Yeah, so not good for you.
The last cutie cake he had, she ended up locked in his basement.
Yeah, I still got the uniform. That's terrible.
I mean, all he kept yelling is, she sells the cookies. And I'm like, dude, she's tied up.
It's like, military, why do you go to McDonald's every day? Remember those girls that were oh, God. And that guy had her for what, 15 years? Feeding her McDonald's every day. Take me.
Oh, my God. Mike's sitting here thinking, man, McDonald's every day?
Please do it.
Take me now.
Yeah, it's like your chain's unlocked. I ain't going nowhere. What you got in the bag?
That's right. What's happening, Doc? I mean,
Yeah.
that's Mike's mentality is, hey, by the way, I'm hungry. I will take a Happy Meal.
Oh yeah. I'm the I everything you see here right now on this radio station is what you get. I am a definitely what you see is what you get kind of guy.
You're a whizziggy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wussy? Yes.
No, he's a whizzig.
What you see is what you get. It's a computer term.
It's a computer term.
Okay, so speaking of computer junk, so I tried to investigate yesterday what the coin crap was.
Bitcoin.
And they're saying that the coin crap is only worth what somebody's willing to believe it's worth, which means it's kind of like an antique or a lowrider.
So can you pay us?
You
in
might have
Bitcoins?
$14,000 invested in this lowrider truck, but it might not be worth it to a guy that needs to work out of it.
Oh wait, can we get paid in Bitcoins?
I feel a
Second
punching
day.
of a uterus coming.
Second day.
And I don't mean you. I mean him.
What did I do?
Because you're the one that brought this up.
You brought up Bitcoins.
Now listen, we're going to have to answer this for a second. I want to see who this is.
Who is it?
Hello?
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 This is just from Fun Radio?
It is indeed.
Oh, hi. My name is Shannon. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay, because it kept saying San Diego, so I kept laughing.
Oh, yes, military family.
Hey, can I dial you back from the other number so we can be live?
Yes.
All right, hang on. I actually had her on the need to call back list.
Uh-huh. She sounds tentative, you know?
Dun, dun,
Sounds-
dun, 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 dun. Now you got me. You
Dun-dun-dun.
crackhead.
Oh my God, that's funny. It is a catchy tune. That and the one from Peter Gunn.
Dun-dun-dun. Okay, we're shutting up.
The price of my Bitcoin just went up. What do we do?
Why are we just radio
Well,
silent?
We need an engineer.
I was waiting for it to connect.
Gotta have an engineer.
Hello?
I'm going to learn
Hello.
how to be an engineer.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Shannon from Jacksonville.
What's
Good
happening?
morning, Shannon from Jacksonville.
What's up, Sharkbait?
I've been listening all morning. Thank you guys for waking me up. I've been listening from the bartending to the clubs and what the young man did. I really don't want to call him a man, but the lady at the bar.
Yeah, crazy,
And
huh?
I used to be in the reserves, and I was active reserves, and at night I would bartend
I know the
just so I
feeling.
could be able to afford childcare.
Ain't it great?
Like completely afford everything, and the struggling that comes with the military. Well, everybody in general now, but the struggling that comes with it. There was one thing that I learned while bartending. You see it all, and you could tell who has what intentions right after the second drink. You could tell what their intentions are.
Oh yeah.
And it's an art. It turns into an art. Learning the personalities and being able to tell. And there were nights when everything would be over and we would get the bar cleaned up and everybody's leaving, and you would see people stuck in the parking lot, stuck there, throwing up, sitting down, talking to themselves, some crying. You would see it all.
I do that
All
after
of
the
it.
show every day.
And there
I was going to say I'm
where you-
nervous, but now it's just Mike being normal.
And then there were moments when you just want to tell people when you realize it, hey, this is Easy Street. And you take your money, you walk down Easy Street, you go spend it all up, and you think you're going to walk out with God knows what it is you think that you're paying for in that bar, but you
Mhm.
really walk out with nothing.
Yeah.
That's
and there
right.
are moments where you want to scream that, but then again, you have bills to pay.
Yep.
You have bills to pay, and you have to make your money. And so you guys just had me thinking about that, and you reminded me of that. And I wanted to say thank you.
No,
In
you're
all
welcome.
seriousness, thank you for mentioning all of that
Hey.
and being honest with it.
Shannon, real quick, are you, and this, don't get wrong, Scotty's going to yell at me. Are you an attractive woman?
If you ask her what size
Well,
shoes she's
hold on.
wearing, I'm smacking
this
you.
is going somewhere. Are you an attractive woman?
I guess.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
See me that way.
I know it's tough. Okay, so let me ask you a question, because I was in the military for 28 years. How bad is it being an attractive woman in the military? Do you get hit on and expect it to be, morale, welfare, and all that other stuff half the time?
How hard was that? Wearing a flight suit and then wearing PT gear and running. Anything you did, they stare, or they would have little comments like you can't hear them, like you're deaf.
Now,
if you say something back,
now, were you
if
a pilot?
Say anything back in the younger ranking, you get in trouble. If they're higher ranking,
Oh, yeah.
you get in trouble. So you can't say anything, but you're thinking it. And
Now, you said flight suit. Were you a pilot?
no.
Okay.
No, just aircrew.
Okay.
Just aircrew.
All right.
And
So then you had to deal with pilots, because let me tell you something about military aviators. They are the most cocky,
They are God's
arrogant SOBs.
mhm.
Yeah. I flew for 12 years. I retired as a CW2.
Yeah, we don't say anything.
Yeah.
We just walk off and punch the locker in the locker room later.
There was
And that's all it was for us.
There was this absolutely beautiful woman that worked for me when I was flight operations officer. And I had pilots in that flight operations office every day that weren't on the flight schedule. Just sitting there, oh my God, it overwhelming her with the nonsense. And then I'm sure as a bartender, you ran across it. Every guy that came in there and had 2-3 drinks, and if his drink was slightly stronger than before, he was like, she's helping me out. She's giving me stronger drinks because she wants me. I mean, I've done that. I've said that. So.
That's where the art part of business comes in, and the security and the guys that work security, and then the whole aspect of running a business in general.
Right.
You learn with the bartending experience and the military experience. You learn how to run something and keep it going.
Absolutely.
And keep everyone safe. And yeah.
Now,
I just wanted to call in and tell you guys thank you for everything.
Have you liked the Ladies Talk page? We have a new show that's coming out.
I got invited to it yesterday by someone on Facebook.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure.
If you would like that, and then during the show, maybe call in and talk to the doc, I think it would be great, because you've got a really good perspective on it. You're not angry. You're dealing with it. You understand how to deal with this particular situation in our culture. I think you'd be a great call in. Plus, if you're hot, I'm single. So.
Wow. Leave it to Mike.
What was that out loud?
Leave it to Mike. Yeah, I think your thought process happened again out
I'm
loud.
sorry, Shannon. I have no inner monologue. I do apologize.
Filter, Mike. Filter.
Well, she said flight suit, man. Women in flight suit are hot. I don't care what anybody says.
Thank you, Shannon, for supporting us and for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for just knocking the tension out of the air with Mike and his weird fantasizing about the flight suit.
Hey, don't ever trust the guy with a 36-inch zipper. Scotty almost spit out. I almost got him. He always gets me.
You know, because what I'm envisioning, and not a flight suit, I'm envisioning him in a polyester orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lime green, baby.
You know, from
Orange
the 70s.
Is not his color.
Lime green.
Orange is not his color.
It's the Grady Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
All right, Shannon. Have an awesome day.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Thank you, sweetheart. That was great. She's like, I'm already gone.
You still there?
Oh, she left an hour ago.
Okay.
We're just still talking to her. Yeah,
Oh my God, that was awesome.
You know what? I love when listeners call in and give us their perspective, because especially, it's real easy when it's like that, because it's directly in line with the way we're thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
But when somebody calls in and has a completely
And
opposite.
they're on the other.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
But the same thing happens with women in law enforcement too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Because I remember when the city of Luthersville hired me in 1998 to patrol. And there were 3 officers, and all 3 of the men turned in their badges and their guns, and they quit because they would not work with a woman.
That is stupid.
And I had
If I was a cop, I'd be begging to be locked into a car with a woman for like 4 or 5 hours.
And I remember I was so tiny. I had a 20. My duty belt was a 26-inch duty belt.
I wouldn't fit around my leg.
I sit there and watch.
Was it a racial thing?
Blue Bloods.
No,
and
it was a woman thing because they didn't feel, because I used to be a dispatcher.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I'd finished the police academy, but the only reason I was a dispatcher is because I wasn't 21 yet and I couldn't drive the patrol car. So they felt that my place was in the dispatch room and that I shouldn't have been on the street. And Meriwether County actually had to back me up on calls. And then they hid the patrol car keys. And the county commissioner down there told me to go patrol in my personal car. Oh, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Stick my head out the window?
I see Ace Ventura all of a sudden.
Got a flashlight and a cigarette.
Pull over! Pull over!
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Slow down! I'm on the way to get some hummus. Police car coming through.
Chickpea police. Chickpea police.
Hummus.
There you go. That was the best one yet, Mike.
That was the best one, yeah.
Oh my God.
Sheesh, you better make your yoga appointment.
Yes.
Don't forget.
All right, so guys, I'm getting ready to head out. I'm going to a 10 o'clock yoga class at the Soul Yoga Studio.
What time is it over, by the way?
It's over at 11.
Okay. In case I make it.
How you going to make the yoga class?
I'm on an aim to get there. I just want to show up.
Okay, well, you'll have to use your own yoga mat. You're not using it.
Nah, I'll be stretching just to get off the bike and get in the door.
I tell you, I do 20 minutes and it's just the basic stuff.
It's incredible.
But see,
I've got to start doing
here's
stuff.
the thing, and I'm not going to lie. The reason,
yeah, for once.
Yeah, the reason why I watch this one video when I do it.
Don't tell me because it's a hot chick.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh, my God.
She is so beautiful. No makeup on. You know, her hair's not fixed
all
up.
natural.
And she's just beautiful. And so, gosh, she's graceful. She doesn't even touch the floor. She like glides. I want to be like that. I want to be like my yoga instructor. Okay, it doesn't work, but.
You can.
Okay, real quick. Floyd Mayweather, boxer. Okay. They pulled his title yesterday.
That's what I was fixing to ask what that was about.
They freaking pulled the man's title because he didn't pay the $200 fee. You know, they got to pay to fight, basically.
Right.
Wow.
$200,000. This is the guy that walks around with $1 million.
Man.
That's one of his things. He's always got $1 million cash. He went and he was on Ridiculousness.
So they're going to pull his title.
They already did, dude.
Okay, but what does that mean? He can't even get it back?
No,
because they're saying because he didn't have the permit to fight, he legally didn't win it.
Right. He is no longer the world welterweight champion of the world.
Wow. But he still got paid.
Well, apparently, yeah, he got paid, but he didn't have $200,000 to throw at
it. It doesn't matter. He still got the money, and he still won it. So, do you know what this means? Do you know what this means?
Mm-hmm.
There'll be another match. He'll get paid another chunk of money, and he'll get the title back yet again.
Let me tell you something about the Las Vegas freaking Boxing Association. Obviously, they take it very serious. If he never pays it, he asked for like an extension, and they said no. Because, I mean, come on, these guys are millionaires. So obviously he's having a cash flow problem. So if he did come back, there's Shannon right there. If he does come back to try to get the title again, I don't think it's going to fly. I think people are getting tired of that kind of crap. You know, I think people are just like, I'm getting tired of people watching millionaire football players. You know, everybody on the field playing the game is a millionaire. It's mind-boggling, you know. I think the same thing's going to happen with boxing. You know, boxing hates MMA, the mixed martial arts. And Meriwether was real vocal about that about 2-3 weeks ago, saying that they ripped it off.
Why? Yeah, what is the beef between them?
Well, see, a long time ago when it was pro karate, like PKA,
Right.
you actually had to hold the belt. You actually had to have studied and prove that you were a black belt.
Right.
Okay. Then the no bars hold fights and toughest man in Atlanta competition started coming out, and they would ask people, what discipline,
Right.
and well, I know karate, from
7
who?
years Catholic school.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then what happened was all these, branches off of this mixed martial arts training.
Right.
That way it gave them a category to be put in. And a lot of the guys that have studied for, their whole lives dedicated to all that specific regimented training.
And then they just let anybody come fight.
Then they just let the brawlers show up and say that they're because I'm sure you watch some of these fights. I'm a huge MMA
Well,
fan.
part of being a boxer, you have to belong to the league, right?
Yeah.
Part of being a baseball person, you have to belong to the league.
Absolutely.
So basically, UFC, you can just show up. Is what you're saying.
If you're a badass.
Man.
Yeah. And
but it is about the baddest of the baddest. So that's the difference.
Yeah. Professional boxers do not care for MMA in any shape or form. Same thing with wrestling. They do not care for wrestlers.
As in WWE wrestlers or college wrestlers?
No, not the
TV wrestlers.
TV wrestlers.
Right.
Yeah. So, hey, what are you going to do? I find boxing extremely entertaining because it seems like Cain and Abel started swinging on each other, and they were the first ones, right? The next thing is MMA. I find entertaining because when you work in the industry I worked in, or if you do professional security, or if you do military high value target security, buddy, sometimes it turns into an MMA match.
Right. You
got to watch that body language. Bye, sweetie.
See you later.
Yoga up.
Be careful.
So, you watch them. Now the Army has their whole combative thing. Yeah, just leave it because I use these little trash bags. You're good.
We'll get it. Thank you.
The Army has their whole level 1 through 4 combatives training.
Right.
That's kind of from the mixed martial arts world. And then they do whole matches in the Army.
Okay.
Army combatives. It's a big deal. Real big deal. We had to do a lot of the training. You have to get certified and all that other stuff. So I guess that's why all the professionals.
My door's going to kill her.
You have to fix that door.
It's great for the big guys, but it's not for the little women.
I sling it open, man. Try to scare everybody. So that's my take on that. The only like I said, the other thing was we've just got to
let me go get that.
We've just got to come up. I'll keep talking. We just have to come up with a way, and I said like a little fob or a little clicker that you could hook to a carabiner or a key ring that you could hook to your pocket. It's got to be out or it's got to be in your pocket or whatever. And if somebody is about to attack you or somebody is attacking you, you just throw that little switch and push that button. You don't have to say nothing, because they always say,
okay, so if we got to make a couple of apps in. We got the one that you push the button to protect yourself.
I don't even know if that would be an app though.
I need another one that's beer assistant. Boom. And somebody shows up and gives you a beer.
Drunk dial. Well, no, they should.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Amy. Oh God, don't help me. Drunk dial is the opposite of that. Hey, you push the button, somebody comes and helps you, not brings you a beer.
Beer assistant. You push the button.
I see Amy Netherly, the sponsor for that. I
see her.
I see her in Louisiana going.
Oh my God.
You would have to have an app for the place that you're at, which is easy enough to do. I think apps are going to run the world, brother. I think your car's going to be apped.
So listen, I downloaded because my Apple TV now has done all sorts of really cool things. And Apple, because I can mirror my iPad to my TV, I downloaded the Sci-Fi app last night so I can watch any past episodes of anything on Sci-Fi. I downloaded, because of the Apple TV has the History Channel, the A&E, all these apps,
Nat Geo.
and I can watch any of my American Pickers, American Hogger, which are all reruns. I can watch anything I want now.
And you can go from your tablet, you can throw it to your TV.
Yes, I was playing Terminator last night just so my wife could see it on the big screen. She's like, what good is that? And I went, I don't know. If you want to see it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you can, if you want to do some X10 stuff, you can run your house from your Android or Apple.
Right.
You know, it's, excuse me.
That's okay. I was moving. I was stretching.
So, I mean, it's, I think apps are truthfully going to run the world. Excuse me. Gosh, what is all the burping today?
I don't know. I was like that yesterday. Let me push the bear assistant button. Poop. Oh, that was the lights. Oops.
Hey, I got to tell you, I am thoroughly excited about her show.
Me too.
I am just,
but I don't want you to lose passion on the Guns and Gadget because there are so many people that are super excited about that too.
There's just so many hours in the day, brother.
I know, dude. Hey, welcome to my world.
Yeah,
I mean, because yesterday I got on the bike and planned on going by all the sponsors. Well, the car wash was closed. Well, they wasn't closed, but the guy I needed to see wasn't there. Rob wasn't at Rob's. He was off yesterday. The social house was closed. So, 3 of the businesses I needed to go by, nobody was around. And that's not anything bad to say, but it was a Monday. I don't usually work on a Monday myself, because you do so much over the weekend.
You get, and I'm working on this. And then, we have a pretty important meeting tomorrow night for the studio. And so,
if that fails,
I know, but
if that fails, I want us all go to the gun range.
Yeah.
In Porterdale.
Oh yeah. No problem.
Covington.
Here's the thing is, 1, it's not going to fail. We're going to stay positive. 2, as the, the business manager on this part, I've got to have all that stuff together. You guys are going to look at me like I'm stupid.
Right.
So I got to have it together. And then what you've talked about and expanding that account to do voiceovers from different celebrities and whatnot and different types of voiceover work. So it can get.
Well, you talked about having
big.
Joey to do voiceovers, and then in my brain, I'm like, I got all this equipment, and we got other voices.
Sure, we do. We have a ton of voices, and we even have characters. So and then your van ramp, rant on the GoPro in the van. They give you a topic, and they you go with it for a couple of minutes.
Right. Like I can't do that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
And then of course Guns and Gadgets. Wow. I mean,
and I just tried to make a little quick something just so that there would be something up there.
Good. Looks good.
Just because in my brain we're sharing it,
Yeah.
and we just got to have something
to
have out there real quick for
Chris
people to
is,
see. It looks great on the phone though.
Yeah.
The phone, look at it from the phone.
Yeah,
it looks 10 times better.
Chris Baker, if you guys don't know out there in listener world, Chris Baker is our graphics artist guy, and he's working on some promo videos for us and some stuff like that. So it's it's Just for Fun Radio is making some serious leaps this year. You know what I mean, man?
Well, I'm trying. I want to take it to that whole next level, like we've been talking about.
Good, we got to have a movie night. I think movie night. I try to get to them, but something always happens. I got my kids or whatever.
We're watching Apocalypse Now. Or what? I'm just kidding. I don't know. Our next movie, we'll come up with something good. It's just if you're going to do an outside movie, you need to do something like Fast and Furious. It's got to be something over the top if you're going outside.
Yeah,
because you can sit at home. Like I'm going to be doing as a gig, a movie for a teenage female, the 18th. And they're wanting to see Napoleon Dynamite. And I'm like, ugh,
God.
No offense, but you can watch that in the house. If you wanted to do outside movie, you do like Star Wars or Pitch Black,
Star Trek,
something. Yeah. Hell, even The Wizard of Oz. Do something that's just over the top, something corny like that. Why would you watch that? But that's what they want to watch. That's what they
Hot
get.
Shot? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Hot Shot? God, that movie makes me laugh.
Makes you wonder what people are thinking sometimes.
No, that's when I read the news. That's when I read the news, and I don't know. Brazil's sounding pretty good, brother. I can do a call in. I can do a call in. Hey, Tyler's going to call you. He's got an appointment, and he's going to call you a little bit later on this afternoon. I went ahead and invited him for 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Because that's going to have to be a dual role thing. You've got to give up some of that engineering, Scotty.
Well, I mean, and we're switching it all over anyway. So
yeah. I need you back goofing with me.
Well, like I shouldn't have checked out for a few minutes while I was doing that picture.
Geez, you got what? I know, but you got like 15 text messages.
I know.
People don't understand what's going on.
Well, and I was trying to explain to Mike yesterday is when I'm in my funny zone, I'm in my funny zone. But then it's like trying to be in the middle of a dodgeball game and then step out of it because your mom wants to talk to you. Like, Mom, I'm in the game. So when I'm in the middle of my funny zone and then I have to check out to do something technical or talk business, it's kind of like, Mom, I was in there playing and you just took me out of the game.
Yeah, so we're gonna work on that. Get some reliable people in reliable positions and
you keep saying reliable. How's that gonna happen?
We're gonna get reliable people in key positions and we're gonna work on that. So I think it'll be cool. I'm excited. I see a Just for Fun radio Christmas party in my future. So we're gonna.
Why does this picture remind me of you?
Shut up. Why you pick on me?
Yeah.
You know I've got thin skin. Yeah, around my okay. Hey, anybody that listens in and you want to call in about stuff we're talking about, please do so.
Yes,
please do so.
Just call.
I know it's tough to post on Facebook when we're live on the show, and we generally get to every comment if you make it on our Facebook page. Tyler will be running Twitter for Just for Fun Radio.
Oh, somebody sent me something a little while ago. Let me back up. They were asking me about Twitter.
Yeah, he's going to be running Twitter for us. I run Facebook, and then of course there's there's like 10,000 places I have to start posting our video to try to get iHeartRadio to love me. And Angela, if you're listening, you said you were going to talk to iHeartRadio for me, get me a point of contact that I can deal with. I understand that they get inundated. I mean, they probably get 1,000 requests a day. Isn't that crazy? And
yes.
So I'm gonna text her right now that I'm thinking about it while we're on the radio. I'm gonna say, "Hey, girly, a friend of mine is in India. Isn't social media cool?"
Yeah, but what's really cool, like I was talking about that one day, we're doing the show and talking to a person that's in Germany and listening to the show in Germany. So it's really cool to know that right in the middle of all that, you're sitting there having a conversation with somebody.
And then Doc was looking at one of my posts and she goes, "It's in Arabic." And I'm like, "Yes." You get posts in Arabic? I'm like, "Yeah, I mean," and she goes, "The whole thing for Just for Fun Radio is in Arabic." I'm like, "I know, it looks crazy, doesn't it?" Because it's like squiggly, justforfunradio.com, squiggly.
My buddy that does that helps me do all my sound, he is a sound engineer, and he said you can retain me for a small $41,000 a year.
Okay, that's one Bitcoin.
So yeah, I mean, I would love, and Billy knows that if this ever took off, and you know, we started making real money, he already knows he's got to come because he does all this. Like, y'all have no idea. Half of the technology stuff that I do, he's really doing. He's talking me through it over the phone, or he's this or he's that. I mean, since the day I started, like Just for Fun was up, I don't know, an hour because of Billy. Like, as soon as I got Just for Fun up and something wasn't working right, I texted Billy and was like, "Dude, I got to do this, this, and this, and this." And he's walking me through how to do it. He's been part of this for the last 5 years, you know?
Absolutely.
Because right now, 5 years ago was when I was putting all this stuff in a room and was building it.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how to put
That's
it all
right.
together.
Trying to figure out how to put it all together. So it is what it is. So yes, man. And Waterhead said it one time too. Waterhead was joking, but he said, "Dude, I'm going to ride your coattails as far as I can." You know, he says, if Just for Fun would take off and I could get paid and not have to drive a truck, he said, I would work whatever shift you want. Yeah. We would have, you know, redneck outlaw country with Waterhead every night at 10 if we could get away with it.
I see stuff at 2 and 3 in the morning.
Yes, I would love to have a building and somebody be there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Put a cot in the back room and then it just,
I see
have
people,
a washing machine to replace the sheets constantly. Well, you're not going to want to lay in somebody else's drool after you fell asleep on the pillow and then they fall asleep on the pillow.
For me, that's foreplay.
You sicko. I could just see futons and you know,
Why do you got to bring up
the bus being parked outside? People be going out there to go to sleep.
In and out.
Yeah, it'd be like, Mike, shift change.
Carrying Tupperware.
Yeah, oh my God. Everybody would have their own Tupperware. Okay, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, man, let's do this.
Everybody have a great day.
Thank you.
Bear with us as we continue to grow and try to get larger and do all the things we need to do.
And tell everybody about it.
And tell everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, one day we have more serious and I don't know. Some days we just have pure crazy, but that's part of the show.
It kind of morphs into itself
Yeah,
sometimes.
man, you have to. You have to.
Doc said she likes guys in uniform.
So you coming in tomorrow dressed up as a...
No, that uniform don't fit no more, man.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, what uniform? A janitor?
God.
Jiffy Lube uniform?
Military.
Oh.
I mean, I could wear I got different berets and military hats.
Well, wear your beret because that's all she can see over the top of the monitor
Let me
anyway.
tell you something. It's just so funny is that once you're retired military, it's weird how the dumb military retired hat shows up.
Yeah.
It's like something sent to you in the mail. It's ridiculous.
Berets look like an upside down pizza can, pizza pan, not pizza, but pie pan.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, it's weird because the military is wearing black berets, but a black beret used to be for the Rangers.
Rangers, yeah.
And then you had 82nd with the we call it strawberry beret. But then you had
So what about the one Prince sang about? Raspberry beret. Who was that?
Apollonia. Ambrosia. What was her name?
I don't know.
Apollonia.
Oh my God. All right, let's get out of here, everybody. It's Just Fun in the Morning. We will see y'all on the flip side.
We love you.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
All day, bro.
Hump day.
What day is it, Mike? Mike. What day is it?
I don't know, Mike. What day is it?
Tuesday.
Oh my God. All right, everybody, we're out of here. It's Just Fun in the Morning. We appreciate all you guys. Y'all have a very, very awesome day. Stay out of trouble. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Shaka Khan. Spank you very little.
I don't know what to say to that.
Good place to end it.
It's a good place to end it. We're ending it right there. So this song goes out to Mike and his Shaka Khan. We'll see y'all later. Later, guys.